everybody, welcome to the Rock Oath, episode 11. Once again, I'm your host, Mike Schoen, singer of the band 22 Salute, and today, in the headliner spot, we have Anthony Ornelas and Mike Lira of the band Where It Lies. What is up, dudes?
What's up? How's it going,
guys? How you doing? How was the drive here?
It was pretty easy.
Pretty good?
Well, there was a little bit of traffic,
Yeah.
just because it's like everyone's getting off work. But no, it was all
Stop
good.
by Bevmo because this guy needed to get non-alcoholic beer.
Anthony, what's going on with that?
Just trying to cut back a little. Last year, I really went hard.
He's been a bad boy.
No shame at all. And so I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just kind of cut down the inflammation a little bit.
What is that?
Just a couple pounds.
What does that taste like?
Like shit.
This
It's so
is
horrible.
this.
I mean, it's all right. Nah,
It's by Surreal Brewing Company, and I saw the dragon on it, and that made me think,
Isn't that
is it
sad how
red?
much that,
It's just a sad beer.
it's a very, yeah, it's definitely
It is a sad beer.
The Heineken one, whatever, is way better than the
Actually, no, the Heineken one kind of makes me a little sick. I was originally going to bring the Lagunitas hops, but I went to Bevmo, and I was like, wait a minute, there's options.
Yeah.
They always get you with the picture on the can or bottle. Like, if it's a sick-looking picture, you're like, I want to try that.
It was the dragon.
Isn't that
That
sad,
honestly, for me.
dude?
Usually that's how they get you, though.
I can't tell you how many times I've drinking. I've had beer, and because it's like a badass logo on, I'm like, dude, it's like a dragon, you said, or like some guy with like a battle axe. I'm like, dude, I'm drinking that, you know?
Yeah.
Or some band or something. I'm like, dude, Iron Maiden beer, I gotta have it because.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking picked up some whipped cream that was alcoholic, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I'm excited for
Alcohol.
tonight.
Oh, tonight you should have brought it here.
Oh, it's here. But,
yeah.
I also bought some moonshine.
He's
I already
saving
told
it.
my lady that I have tonight covered.
Oh, okay. Hey, there you go.
I got the whipped
So,
cream.
Hell yeah.
Multi-purpose.
So, on Couch Contributor today, we do have, once again, from episode 5, is Andrew. And by the way, 5 means 5, everybody. So,
Thanks, Mike. What's
hey, hey, by the way, hold on 1 second. Is everything up on me? Okay, maybe it's just my own head.
Shit.
I could, maybe my own head ain't hearing myself. I don't know. Okay.
It's all just
So,
illusion.
Andrew, welcome back, man. It's good to have you.
Thank you for having me
on the
back,
show.
brother.
And yeah, so Where It Lies is in the house. What?
Yeah,
Dude,
thank you so much for having us,
Dude,
man.
absolutely, man.
Happy to be
It's
here.
gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if you know this. You probably do. And every episode we have a thing called Setlist. And basically, it's just things we go by and we go down category by category.
Yep.
Just keeps us in place. We don't have to stick to it always, you know. If things go crazy, but it just kind of keeps us in line. So what I'll do is I'll name off the set list, and then we'll start. All right.
Cool. Sounds great.
First on the set list, we're gonna do, of course, Where It Lies, the band in the house tonight. We're gonna talk about their origins, what they've been doing, you know, everything and anything with your band that we want to talk about.
Right on.
Second on the set list, we're gonna do Gear Talk. Gear Talk is basically, I've seen you guys have some pretty stuff on stage, so I wanted to have this segment.
Headache is what it is.
What's that? Headache?
Headache
Yeah.
is really
no,
what it is.
and we're gonna get into that. And you guys, I want you guys to talk about like what you have and what you do.
Cool.
And then third on the set list, we're gonna do show horror stories. This is a segment we do about every show.
Got
Basically, I
that.
want you guys to tell us something that's happened on stage or involved a gig that was just hell. And you can it could be the whole show, it could be your set, it could be the getting there, whatever it is. Fourth on the set list is a nerd out segment. So basically, we're just gonna talk about what you like to nerd out on. It could be video games, movies, anything you guys like.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Alright.
that's always a good segment to get into, right, Andrew?
Yeah, that's
That
why
means-
I'm here.
Yeah.
Nice,
He basically
nice.
waits for that and then he leaves.
Yeah.
Fifth on the set list is going to be just extra Q&As, just anything extra that anyone in here wanted to ask or just like that thought of it later on. Because sometimes we'll talk about the band, then we'll go through Gear Talk, show horror stories, nerd out. And then they're like, oh, I had a question I wanted to ask during that segment. Well, then at the end, extra Q&As. We'll ask you guys some things. And then sixth on the set list, just closures and plugins. You guys can talk to the audience watching and just tell them what's going on and, you know, plug whatever you got to plug, man.
Hell yeah.
Plug.
Cool.
Out
Alrighty.
there
So-
in Radio Land.
What's that?
Radio.
I said out there in Radio Land.
Out there in the waves. So,
Mhm.
and my crew again, guys, good job. Good setup,
Yeah.
always.
Thanks,
the
guys.
thumb.
Ryan and Anthony.
Where's the thumb at?
Simmons. Always on the, there's the thumb. Yeah. That's
cool
the
setup
magic
you guys have
thumb.
here,
I was
honestly.
waiting
What's
for the
that?
thumb.
Cool setup you guys
This is
have.
a
Dude,
great
thanks,
setup.
man. And,
It looks dope.
Yeah, we'll change the colors too. We just figured we'd start with blue today.
Sure, why not?
You guys let me know. Hey, man,
Yeah,
Mike, I'm
helps.
feeling red or something. I'll just turn it red, man.
Spicy. You need some radar.
What's that? Oh,
I was like feeling a little spicy. I need some red up
spicy,
in
some
here.
red or green, you know,
Yeah.
whatever you want, man.
Okay.
Do what you want when you want. Okay. So with that said, everybody, are we ready to roll? We ready to do this? I mean, we're rolling
Yeah,
already, obviously, but you ready to get rocking? So first on the set list, here we go. Where It Lies, and I have a big question before we start.
Yeah.
It's not with the beer. I'm just grabbing it. I have a big question, and then I don't know if anyone's ever asked you this, but where does it lie?
That's a damn good question.
That is a damn good question. Yeah. I
I mean,
Oh, I'm about drowned.
oh my
Damn. I will wait.
I heard that.
I've
heard that.
so detailed.
I've heard those noises before.
I don't want to know, Andrew, where you've heard that voice. Basically, I was in the middle of a sip and I started talking and I about died. Take your time on that. You don't have to answer it now. Maybe we can answer at the end. Where does it lie?
Well, to be honest, the name.
I know. It's kind of a joke. but-
No, it's all good. No,
We've thought about this though. We seriously,
okay.
we have seriously thought about this and like what does it mean?
At first, it was kind of just like me and my brother were just writing some songs, and I wanted to have something or a name to release them under, and I don't even know, but it just kind of came to me like Where It Lies. Like, that sounds pretty cool. It was only because it sounded cool, so I was like, hey, no, fuck it sounds cool, we'll use it, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes band names don't have to have a real meaning.
It
That's-
really-
Like
yeah.
our band, people always ask us what it means. I'm like, dude, it sounded cool. I know, it's
22
horrible.
salute.
It just sounded really cool. Everyone's like, people think it's like military or something like that. I'm just like, it just sounded really sick, man. And they're like, oh, okay, fair enough. So, I mean, really,
It does roll off the tongue very nicely.
Yeah, sometimes you just need something that
does.
sounds cool. So.
And Where It Lies is actually rolls off tongue, sounds cool. And that's
there
like
you
you say a bunch of things, you're like, it doesn't like fit in the headspace.
Yeah.
But there it is. So
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many bands out there that their name doesn't really. I mean, there might be an origin of it, but like where, like,
I mean,
Like cake.
corn.
yeah, I mean, what does that mean?
It's corn.
I mean,
It's corn.
I love 'em, but I'm
Corn.
sure maybe they got it from like corn rolls. You know, the way they had their hair.
Yeah.
At the
Oh
time
yeah,
or
yeah.
some shit.
Cornrows. Yeah.
I've actually
But-
heard the story where their name came from.
Oh boy.
It's Jonathan Davis. He when Bakersfield, he actually worked at a coroner's office, and that's
Coroner.
coroners. Yeah,
Oh,
so
coroner.
that's where he kind of got the idea of to switch around to corn, because his time working in the coroner's office.
I had no idea he started a corner's office. How fitting.
But when you think about it, you just think
Yeah,
you
yeah,
think
exactly.
corn. You know, like maize.
Dead bodies
Yeah, yeah.
everywhere.
Oh, we lost. There we go. Okay. Well, sorry. Yeah, I didn't know that about corn. Now I know.
Yeah, I heard that from some random person, and I was like, really?
Guess what, Andrew?
Wow.
We're not talking about corn.
No.
We're talking about Where It Lies.
Where
Of
it
course. Where it
Yeah,
corns.
that was my fault.
I'm just told. Actually, we talked a lot about corn our last episode. I won't get into that, but these guys know what I'm talking about. It was pretty bad. Anyways, we talked a lot about corn last time, and it wasn't pretty. It was pretty dirty, actually. All right, so Where It Lies. Let's just start with whoever. Where did it start? I know my first show was not with Where It Lies. It was with Tobias.
Tobias.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to. Yeah, that was, and it was at the brewery, wasn't it?
Was it? Yeah, it
Not
was
Brew
at
Rebellion.
that brewery.
It was at
the Riverside Brewery.
Riverside Brewery, yeah. Yeah, that
Steve
was
Ridlin, right? He
Yeah,
had, like
yeah,
his sound,
yeah. That's
sound
it.
company.
and that was the first time I played
was
it.
so
But that
dope,
was
dude.
before Where It Lies name, right? That was before that name was ever about.
That was before. Where It Lies had been around with him the entire time.
Okay.
But I was in a couple bands in the music scene here in Corona Riverside area, and I was in Tobias for about 2 years, and then shortly after, like I met Mike.
Gotcha.
And he just posted online, or at the time I've known of Mike. I've like bumped him a couple times. You were actually at my first show, Raise the Anchor at Marquee 15. And
Wasn't that when didn't TMX play that night?
I can't quite remember.
Or was
but
it Castle? You guys played with Castle Pines.
we played with
right?
Castle Pines.
That's why I was
yeah.
there. Castle Pines. I don't know if you guys know, but they were like the heavy hitters of Corona, man. If there was a Castle Pines show, people were calling each other up like, "Hey, you can go in, you going? Hey, you going?" And everyone's like, "Oh fuck yeah, I'm going!" Like
Castle Pines.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
This is back like
Way back
fucking
then.
2000.
Showcase was still around.
2010.
Oh, showcase.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's been gone for how long?
Quite a few decades now, it feels like.
Yeah, no.
Maybe a decade.
Shout out to Castle Pines if they ever
Yeah.
see this. Leo, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
love you to death, brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately they're not around anymore. They moved to out of state and shit. But
Gotcha.
I think they might be doing something different now.
Yeah. But as far as like, you know, like how we met. So like, as I was saying, like I've always known of Mike, you know, we always kind of just like bumped into each other in the music scene.
Gotcha.
And then, like I said, I've been in a couple bands, and the last band before I joined Where It Lies was Tobias. And Mike just one day decided to post like a song, or no, he made a post on Facebook saying, you know, I've got some unreleased music that I've just been wanting to get out. And, you know, I have no real like idea what to do. I'm just going to put it out there. And anyone that wants to give a try putting vocals on it, send me your email and I'll send it to you. Yeah.
And he sent it to you.
And I was like, you know what? I'll give it a try. Screw it. Why not? And then I hit him up. I asked him, like, what do you want? And I remember him saying, honestly, just whatever you think the song needs. And I was like,
That gives you a lot of freedom.
okay, exactly. Yeah. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to give it a try. And I sent it to him, and that was Journey Home, right?
Journey
yeah,
Home.
that was Journey Home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, and
Great
I
song.
had sent that song out to like 2 or 3 other people, and it was some cool stuff, but I don't know, it just never nothing really kind of like stuck with me. And then when he sent me the track, I was like, yes, yes. I was like, dude, all right, so I want you to come over. I'm gonna record this whole thing again, but I'm gonna kind of like direct it and kind of, you know, might change a few things here and there, but trust me, I kind of like cut some lyrics out and replace the, you know, instead of singing this part this way, sing it like, or right here, sing it right here, and you know, I kind of cut it around, and so what you hear now is what
Like
we put together after
Really?
the session.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It was awesome, man. I was just like,
and what year was that?
shit, what was that?
When did we, so like,
2017, 2018 maybe?
yeah, maybe even a little bit like
Later?
before.
Oh, before,
that,
oh.
like
Yeah.
2016 maybe.
I'm bad with dates.
Same too, man. I can't
Oh,
remember
yeah.
5 minutes ago.
Especially since COVID, everything's just a big.
But yeah, it was like about a year or two before COVID,
Mhm.
and
I think it was like a year or two before. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
about right.
Sucks that COVID is such a like time like thing where you could like, oh, it's before that segment. It's like BC or AD.
Yeah, it's like the world completely started over after
Yeah,
COVID.
it's
BC or
like-
AC.
before COVID, after COVID.
Yeah, BC, AC.
Yeah, CV basically.
Oh my goodness.
DC during COVID.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
for the band, actually, COVID was kind of a bit of a blessing.
Kinda.
Like
For what?
For the band, it was kind of like
Oh,
a
really?
blessing because it kind of gave us a chance to like
Sit back and
yeah,
do stuff.
sit back, kind of like rethink ourselves a little bit as a band. We went through some changes,
Yeah.
a couple lineup changes.
drummer,
Yeah.
took off, and
Yeah.
everything happened for a reason, and it happened at the perfect time. We're like, well, we don't have a drummer anymore. That was a whole situation that I've already explained enough to.
Mhm.
Really don't really care to, but I was like, well, shit. Well, it's not like we're gonna be playing shows anytime soon, so this gives us time to fucking keep writing, keep recording. My brother's a drummer. He plays with me in the at the time he was playing with me in the Mendenhall Experiment. And,
That's right. You were in the Mendenhall Experiment.
He actually still is in the
You
Mendenhall
still is? Oh, that's right.
Kind of.
They were on the show. Were you in the band when they were on the show? It was 2021. It would have been like March, April 2021.
Yeah, it was Ignite the Empire.
Elise and Brandon.
Yeah, you could have been on that show that day. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I mean, maybe it was just them two, or I don't know.
Dude, scheduling with that band is kind of like you hear about it last minute, or or you're like I'm a kind of guy that like I plan ahead, so
Gotcha.
most likely like I already had something going on that day.
Oh,
You know?
gotcha. Yeah.
But no, it turned out pretty cool. But yeah, so at the time I was like, well, dude, my brother is a fucking drummer. If we need to
That's
record,
right.
let's just fucking have him learn whatever we need.
Oh, did he
to.
come in and record?
And he recorded the drums for Woven Web,
Mhm.
and
I know he likes that song.
yeah,
That's
thank
a
you.
great song.
Thank you. It's
Great song.
It's a fun song.
Yeah, so that's actually my brother on the
Oh,
drum
no
track on that.
shit.
Yeah, and then
Nice.
during that time, as we were looking for a drummer, that's where Tim came in, and it just kind of it was like, well, we don't have to play shows or anything right now. Let's just write. Let's just fucking think of what we want the future of the band to be,
Yeah.
and that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It worked
So,
out.
So when the things opened, we were just kind of ready to go, like nothing happened.
Good. And so now going forward after COVID, you guys have been playing shows. Obviously, I mean, we've played some shows with you. You know, down in
yeah.
Rockefellers.
Yeah,
you know,
those are some sick
yeah.
shows, man.
I don't know when the next one's gonna be. Have you guys played there recently or?
Wait, like once or twice after, right?
Yeah, we did like Slanderous' EP release
Okay,
show.
gotcha.
We did like we had our Halloween birthday show instead of normally every year we usually do like a Halloween like themed like birthday party for both of us because our birthdays are
October babies.
yeah,
Gotcha.
Not even a
Oh,
week, what, days apart?
a couple days apart. Yeah,
Yeah, I
so,
got it.
so we were just like let's just do a show, and we did that there over at
Instagram.
Rockefeller's.
Yeah. And your last show you just did what, a week ago, right? Or less than a week ago? Tiki Bar?
Last Saturday.
Last Saturday, Tiki Bar. How'd that go?
Pretty freaking awesome, dude. The great first show.
No,
of
that's
the
in
year.
Santa Ana. Am I wrong?
Costa Mesa.
Costa Mesa. Was that your first time playing there?
No.
Oh, you played there before?
There a couple times.
That
yeah.
spot's been blowing up pretty big.
Yeah,
lately.
I mean we're thinking
a
about
lot
playing
of
there.
places. A lot of
Dude,
people are
and it's
playing
cool.
there.
Hit up Tower 74. Tower 74 books. They're a lot.
Shout out.
Tower
Yeah.
74?
Shout out to Tower
We're
74
gonna
by the way.
hit y'all up soon.
Yeah, they've been really good with us.
Okay.
to us.
Tower 74. They're just a promotion.
They're a promoting company. Joe Mancuso, he's the one that runs it. He's worked with like a bunch of just booking a lot of really good spots.
Oh.
Yeah, and we actually make money.
Yeah, we've actually
make money.
we make money with
What?
them. So yeah,
That's what's
check
great
them out.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So, not to get into that subject, but we're getting into that subject. You know, the pay to play bullshit. You know what I love about Tower is like you don't have to sell tickets.
Yeah.
You know, he promotes you.
Yeah.
You promote yourself, and
That's
it's a matter of
Classic
really,
way.
Yeah,
The
it's
classic
a-
way of doing it.
Yeah, it's a matter of like your show's going to be as successful depending on how much you promote it.
Yep.
You know, and you don't have to worry about ticket sales. You don't have to worry about
Him taking a cut of your merch, that new stuff that's
Yeah.
coming up now, dude. Screw that.
and you actually
wow.
walk away
We
with
don't-
some money.
We don't. I've said this a few times on the show. But yeah, whiskey takes away a percentage. Now, I don't want to shit on the whiskey because like they've been pretty good to us, but I just don't sell our merch there.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Out of the back of his car.
I
Out of the back of my car. Yeah.
Hey, out back, all right.
I
Well,
just hope
even-
no one from there hears
Well,
this.
here's the thing about I don't know, something about LA. Like the Mendenhall experiments play there numerous times, and I can't even tell you if we've ever sold a fucking T-shirt. Like,
Yeah.
like people out there aren't there to like support bands. They're there to support their friends, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
LA, the
Family
LA
when they're
scene
done.
seems to be
That's
that
all.
kind of
I can
game.
see that. Yeah.
And so we haven't even played out in LA just because.
Yeah.
Trying to avoid
we've
that.
gotten offered to play Viper Room. We got offered to play
Well,
the Whiskey.
Viper Room's a whole nother thing for me, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I could get into that. But that's a whole nother 3 hours for another show.
We'll
How much
play.
time do you have?
We'll
Yeah,
play
yeah,
if,
yeah.
if we get offered like to open for a major act, and if the ticket sells, if I know like people are gonna definitely buy to go see these guys, then maybe it'll be worth it, you know. But
Yeah.
other than that, I won't play on a Sunday night. I won't even play on a fucking Friday because that's a headache from work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It really
me a
is Saturday nights.
Give me
Yeah,
a Saturday, and maybe I'll sell some tickets and for a good band that we're
Yeah.
opening.
Well,
Yeah,
by,
as long as it's
and by
right.
the way, we're at the point to where now we're gonna be. I mean, I'm sure you guys might take it. Don't just jump at every show that comes up. You're like, okay, you
where
have to
we're
be
at.
strategiable because
Exactly where we're at.
because like how many shows have bands played where it's like, dude, that was not worth it, like because we jumped into it, you know.
Yeah.
And like I said, Friday nights are hard for everybody, even the fans to come. Friday night's hard for the bands. Saturday's perfect. Sunday, if it's in the daytime, maybe if it's like a festival in the day,
Yeah.
possibly. But
Yeah, because most people are not going to go to Hollywood on a Sunday night. You know,
our last show there was,
Yeah.
and
I had to take the day off of
Yeah.
work just
The
to
next
be
day.
there.
Because it worked the next day.
yeah, we did a show at the whiskey. Our last whiskey show was what, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
We played on Sunday. For a Sunday we had a good crowd, but it would have been way bigger if it was on a Saturday. You know?
See, that's the one thing I have to give the whiskey is that when you go to watch a show, you're not going to have problems with people going. Everybody that goes to the whiskey actually is going there to actually watch bands and have a good time, not get messed up or screwed up or drunk or anything and pick fights. I can't tell you how many shows I've been to where there's at least one fight happening somewhere in the venue.
Yeah,
Nice.
Brent.
Wow.
But the whiskey, I swear, everybody goes there. They have a good time. That's one good thing I have to say about seeing shows at the whiskey.
I think recently they've also made it all ages, right?
Yeah,
But
So that's-
whiskey all age. Yeah,
it's all
Really?
ages.
Yeah.
That's still now. It's like we've been asking for an all ages venue for the longest fucking time.
now it is.
and now whiskey's all ages. So it's like, all right, cool.
Which is a trip.
Now, and on the flip side, Chain Reaction became. alcohol selling alcohol.
Did they really?
Yeah.
No way.
Same with the
Nice.
Glass House. The Glass House started
Dude,
selling alcohol.
we should get like a big showcase at the chain sometime. I don't
Dude,
know.
I would
Yeah,
be down for that.
That'd
If,
be-
if
I'm
we
playing
can
the
I
skip
grew
it,
up
right?
in Anaheim, dude. Chain was just around the fucking corner, but at the time it was just like a bunch of the emo fucking. Hey, no, hey, you like emo? By all means,
It's still a
a cup
fate.
of tea.
Tonight will be the night that I will
And at that time too, like even like,
Cross my eyes and dot my T's.
but that was the scene out. It was the scene was scene.
Yes.
It was like wasn't metal. It wasn't.
It was
anything
seen.
like
Exactly.
that.
I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about.
So I stayed
Yeah.
away from Chain for the longest time, and then on occasion I play there with my old band a couple times, but it was like 50 tickets pre-sale, and
Ouch.
it was a bitch. But it was cool. The shows we did play there were pretty cool, but and we've been hit up to do Chain several times, but I'm just like, nah, I know your game. Fuck that.
Well, now that they have like alcohol, maybe we should reconsider if the show's right.
What if we got a Saturday and we built this show up with the right bands and just made it just a banger of
See,
a
but
show?
now
What
they're
do you
not
say?
they're not all ages anymore, huh?
Yeah, they
Are they
just do the
still all
wristband
ages?
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Like,
well,
anyone
then-
can be
then
there.
As long
It's
as
even
they're
better.
still all ages, then
Yeah.
cool.
All ages plus alcohol.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
That'll be an
So it's
interesting
it's
show.
get rid of the pre-sale and then definitely fucking got a
Yeah.
new fucking.
Pretty great little
Fan.
spot. Yeah.
I hear you. Well, we'll have to talk about that on the break about doing something.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
So, anyone got their beers? Huh?
Yep.
I gotta get that crack, man. I won't choke on this one.
Yeah, let's not do that again, Mike.
Andy was like, "Oh, I know that sound."
Because you've made that noise a few times. That's why.
Oh God, no.
I heard that coming from my room at 3 a.m. once.
Yeah. How'd that sound go again? What did I do?
Yes.
That's what happens when you drink beer and you try to talk at the same time. Not what you're thinking, man. All right, man. So yeah, where it lies. I've had a million questions I've thought of, and now I'm drawing blanks. But I'm gonna be able to ask these two as we go along, and with the Q&As and stuff.
Sounds good.
Anyways, with the origins of where it lies, anything else you could add to like anything cool story of anything starting off or?
Well, I just want to do a shout out to the ex-members of Where It Lies because
Okay.
they really did help
Yeah.
get this off
Absolutely.
the ground. Stevie,
Dirty
Peralta.
Steve. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dirty Steve.
Dirty Steve.
Is he dirty?
Wow.
He had. He was pretty fucking.
There was
dirty.
some
I'm like,
kind of some of his stuff. It
He
was kind
was
of questionable.
dirty.
I loved it. I thought it was
But-
great, but I was like, I get why they call you Dirty Steve.
At first you're like, why do they call you Dirty Steve? Now it was a moment you knew.
I'll never forget the chocolate dragons.
Oh,
What?
Wait, the what?
The chocolate dragons.
wait,
That's a whole. That's
Wait,
got to be a whole.
Wait, do we have the
story.
Urban Dictionary?
I
of
don't
that?
even remember the chocolate.
we might.
There's a story.
Well, yeah, you got to tell.
Wait,
Because
a
I don't
chocolate
even
I
dragon?
don't know. I
Chocolate
think it might be a
dragons?
little too like inappropriate or graphic.
No, we talked about the
No, we
Iowa.
gotta
Corn,
have
we talked
that.
about the Iowa corn bomb last show. That's where it came from, the corn thing. By the way, we'll just edit it out again, right? If it's really bad.
Oh.
You got
You
it.
don't have
Now
to
you
talk
gotta
about-
say. Now you gotta
No,
say.
no, you don't have to say it.
So, just one day randomly in the chat, I like to send memes and whatnot, and just like random shit that I'm doing there from the day, because you got to be a band, be a family too. Got to bug you. And so one day Stevie like sends us a photo, kind of a selfie.
Oh, no.
And he's like, "What's up, man?" And we're just kind of, "What's up?" And I'm like, "Okay, what's up?" And then I see some porcelain in the background. I'm like, "Is this motherfucker on the toilet?" And he sends us a photo of what's in the toilet, and it's literally just like, and it kind of looked like a little chocolate dragon, because it had wings on it. I'm like, "Dude, what is this?"
I remember that.
And we're just like, "Why would you?" Unwarranted, unprovoked.
A
When
man
people
after my
send
own
you-
heart.
When people send you photos out of nowhere of what's in their toilet, I don't know, like, don't do that. That's gross.
No, what it is, Mike, they're proud of it.
He
That's
really
what it is.
was.
He's proud of it. He's like, look what I've made.
And then he did say it. That's why they call me Dirty Steve. Right
Oh,
after that.
so he meant to.
He was just reminding me.
That was rated PG compared to what we talked about last episode.
Okay.
So
All right.
Oh,
you're good.
Give it
All
time. It gets better.
right. Okay. What? Are we gonna talk about turds in a toilet? We can keep going. I got.
Oh, goodness.
I had a guy
For
from
days.
I had the.
For
I
days.
think it was the manager for a band called Charlie Siren. They were from Minneapolis. We used to live in Iowa, and they would go on tours, and we would play shows with them. And they were coming through. They were coming through Iowa, and they wanted us to stay at our apartment in Fort Dodge, Iowa. And their manager was on tour. This cool guy. And he's like, dude, he went in our bathroom and we're all just hanging out in the living room. He comes out, he goes, God, you got to see this. And I'm like, what? I don't know what he's talking about. We got to see this. Go in there. Look in the toilet. I'm like, oh, dude. He's like, you have to. I'm like, all right. And it was basically he had a turd like coming out of the water, sticking straight up. It was like
the Titanic.
Yeah. It was like coming out of the water like it had a,
He
like
created an island.
Yeah. It was like an iceberg coming out, and it was sticking like literally a good
Iceberg!
a good 4 or 5 inches off the water. And I'm like,
Like, what the fuck do you have to eat to get your turds like that?
Oh my god.
Or how much do you have to eat?
That's some strong fiber.
I was gonna say, right?
Wow.
I mean,
Fiber,
I think
game
they have a
on point.
name for every kind of turd, and I don't know what that would call the iceberg Titanic or something. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Well, there's the depth charge, you know.
What's that?
The depth charge.
The depth charge. That's where it goes, and it splashes you when you go back
Oh,
up.
that's called Poseidon's Kiss.
There's multiple names for that.
It's just like
Yeah.
I've seen like a little like animation on fucking Instagram or Facebook.
See, I love how we go from talking serious into that. That's great.
we went it's talking about
Yeah,
we detoured quite a bit.
But you know what?
sorry about that.
Will always be funny.
Yeah. So anyways, that's why we would like to thank
Poop it
Dirty
apart.
Steve.
Thanks, Dirty Steve.
Thank you, Dirty
I was
Steve.
like,
Yeah.
what we were talking about is the original members of the band, how they helped start it off. You were getting to the members. That was
Yeah, like so we needed a drummer, and my brother, like after leaving Mental Health Experiment, pretty much didn't really care to start anything new or continue with drumming. And I actually wanted Stevie to join the Mental Health Experiment when my brother left, but it just didn't work out. So I was like, well, if you're not gonna take him, I'm gonna take him.
yeah.
And so I told him about the whole project that me and Tony were doing, and he was on board, which was awesome. And we needed a bass player, and it's at the time the girl that I was dating, Steph. She played bass. She played in a band called Gates of Ivory, and she was no longer.
Was that singer?
She was the bassist.
Bassist. Okay.
Yeah.
Her sister was a singer.
They look kind of. I think
They're
that's
like
why
twins,
I got confused.
right?
Yeah.
And so she wasn't doing that anymore, and she was available. I was like, well, hey, maybe this is, your way to kind of get back in the game. And so actually me, Steph, and Bruce once jammed out a song, which is now still holding on, like years back. I think we had gone to pick something up from the TMX studio, and we're like, hey, let's jam out for a little bit. And I taught him that. And, Bruce already knew that because he was my brother was the one who actually was the original drummer for Still Holding On, and All for Nothing, and then Tim just kind of pretty much did relearn the parts and did his own little thing with them.
Yeah.
But and then I was showing Steph some of the stuff, and we kind of just jammed it out. And so I was like, hey, well, you kind of already know one of the songs. Like, that's kind of what we're doing right now. And, yeah, she jumped on board, and, she's an amazing bassist, and she was available. And, we kind of were like, all right, well, we have a complete band now.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
Funny enough, actually, we didn't really have when we first started this, me and Mike, we were just like, it's just kind of a bedroom band, we're just cool with it, just kind of being online. And then we hit up Stevie, and we had one practice where it was just us three, and we were just like, wow, this sounds kind of cool, man.
It was supposed to be really, really just a project because I was very involved in TMX.
And I was still in Tobias, so I was like, we'll just mess around,
Yeah.
We messed around, and we found out that, okay, we might have something
Yeah,
here.
this is probably something worth pursuing a little further, which we did, and glad we did.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are, 2023, going strong, baby.
Hell yeah.
Well, right on, man. Well, where it lies, I'm sure we'll have more Q&As. I'm gonna remember some of the questions I had earlier as we go through the whole thing.
Yeah,
We're gonna go through
on.
Gear Talk, show stories, the Nerd Out, extra Q&As. So we'll have more to talk about. Anything else before we move on, guys, to the second segment of the set list that you want to say about where it lies? Or stuff will come up later, I'm sure, but anything at the moment?
I guess we should we've taken time to introduce Tim. We've taken time to say thank you to our past members. We should also be thankful for Ray, our new bassist.
Yeah. What's up, Ray?
Yeah, what's up, Ray?
Wish you were here, man.
Wish you were here, dude. Wish you were beer.
Wish you were beer, man.
Tim and Ray definitely brought a whole new element that of just musicianship and just professionalism. Like, they learn the parts, they know the parts, they come, they hammer shit out, and it's just like we don't even have to worry about.
Don't have to worry at all. They just come and they know their stuff, dude.
Yeah, they're just solid every single time.
And that's always a comfortable thing when you have everyone doing their job and knowing what they're doing and coming in strong.
And those two especially are super busy.
Because I'm sure you've had the musicians that don't do that, and you know the difference, and it's frustrating.
Like, well, those are the well. I mean, technically, all three of you guys are the ones that have your shit all together. You know, he works at a school. He's a fucking school counselor.
Really?
I have my master's in social work, and I'm a school clinician. So I work for the Anaheim Elementary School District.
That's sick, dude.
Damn.
This guy.
And then Tim is in financing and shit.
Dude, yeah, that guy's
he
like
handles millions of dollars.
That is crazy.
And that guy that guy's like getting ready to like buy a house in another state.
So that's why you guys have all this new equipment.
It does help. It does help.
Totally kidding.
A clue, Sherlock.
Where's this money coming from? No, I'm totally kidding, guys. Totally kidding.
And then Ray owns his own trucking company.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. And then there's me working at a fucking warehouse.
Hey
man, it's work.
It's
But
work.
hey, you know what? Yeah,
Work
it
is
pays the
work.
bills.
Pay your bills. Pay what you got to
Exactly.
pay.
Taking my weekends off.
There you go.
Hey, man.
You got
I was
food in your
told.
fridge?
Actually, you know what's awesome about my fucking job that I have to say is my managers are like, you know, super fucking cool. Like, well, my managers, my coworkers, everybody just, I don't regret, or every time I wake up in the morning, I'm just like, fuck, I gotta work. It's more like, God damn, I should have gone to bed earlier. But I wake up at 5 in the morning to be at work by 5:30.
Hey, I'm right there with you, brother.
Yeah, but my two like head bosses are like both metal. Well, one's a metalhead, and the other one, and they're both like middle age, like maybe 40s, 50s. So one's a metalhead, and the other is kind of like into the more punk rock kind of scene, but they love music, and so when they heard about my what I'm doing, they're like, oh cool, yeah, I want to hear more. One of my bosses goes to almost every single. He was at the last show. He's been to several of our
So
shows.
he's a fan. He's an actual fan. He's not just supporting. He's like, hell yeah.
No, they're both like 100% behind me, and when I need days off to go to fucking New York for a show or this or that,
he supports the
they're
dream.
like, oh yeah, we'll figure it out.
That's cool.
That's
always
cool.
good, man.
It's like, hey boss, I got a show tonight. Can I bounce like an hour early?
It's always nice to have a
He's like,
job.
oh, bro, I'll drive you.
Here, take my car.
Yeah, I go snowboarding with my boss too. The one that comes to the shows, like it's fucking.
Having people that you work for or work with or whatever understand your band life is so awesome.
Yeah, man, it's very important, and it's cool. It's that kind of support that, like, you know, you don't expect, especially from, you know,
And you don't ask for it, but you get it.
but
And
you
you're like,
get
this
it.
is sick.
Fuck it.
Is your the people at the elementary? They get you. They know you. They know what you do, right?
He's in a band.
Yeah, and what's funny is I work with a bunch of elementary school kids, and I just did a guided presentation on Bounce Back, which like helps teach kids about like dealing with anxiety and stress and how to spot it.
Nice.
And every time that we had icebreaker questions, I always share something about me and like, oh, what's something you like to do on the side? I'm like, well, I'm also the lead singer of a local metal band, and all the kids are like, what?
All of a sudden, you do a growl. You do a growl in class.
I've thought about it.
We're having a scream off kids. We're gonna see who's the best screamer in the class.
I know,
Like,
right? Shit.
Mom, Dad, our teacher screams in class.
All right.
She screams at you? Well, not really.
More like
So it's always a trip. Like sometimes I feel like I have a bit of an identity crisis. 'Cause I'm like I got my shit together by day, but by night I'm like this.
No,
like,
that's
cursing
cool.
swear
It's
metalhead,
middle
you know?
night.
metal superhero
You
here.
become a werewolf at night, bro.
That kind of feels like it.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
But as far
I'm
as
band man.
as far as being able to balance it all, honestly, I feel truly blessed because I have the school schedule, and essentially when there's like vacations, there's summer vacation, there's spring break, there's holidays, Martin Luther King Day, I get those off,
Exactly.
and I still get paid because I'm salary. So
There you go.
There you go.
yeah.
And he doesn't have to worry about, like, if we ever decide to go on a tour,
Yeah.
during the summer, it's like, yeah, I'm down. Me, I'm like, all right, well, how many days do I have on for vacation?
Yeah.
You know, like, can I get
Yeah.
these days off on that, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Ray, well, he owns his own business, so he could just be like, all right, these
Whenever he
motherfuckers
wants.
are going to go do this, you know.
Well-
But Tim, he's the guy that, like, which is nice. The professionalism is awesome. You know, he's very busy. Like he'll be like, dude, I worked like 12 hours today, and I had to deal with this shit. And blah,
He's
blah.
the manager of like a team of like accountants.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's like what?
Yeah. So for him, I feel bad because like he'll show up to practice like, yeah, sorry man, like he's saying all this shit.
I
Like,
just
I
had
to deal
to
with some
finish
shit,
performance
man.
reviews. Whatever.
He's still in a suit and tie.
Yeah, and we're just like, dang,
Briefcase. Oh, sorry guys.
Starts ripping.
Precisely.
All of a sudden,
Once-
just
once
pulls
he-
it on, starts ripping.
Yeah, but once he's there, he's ready to go. He's fucking like in it.
There you
know?
go.
Yeah, right. See,
Yeah, same thing with Ray.
you got, it's like micromanaging life. You say, okay, now the next thing, you got to do that. You know,
Mhm.
Because
Especially
I'm
in-
gonna fucking
especially-
shred right
especially
now.
when the band is not your career, which I think that's the main goal for all of us. Like we would love that.
Mhm.
When it's not though, you really have to be good at breaking down your work life and your other work life, which
Balance.
doesn't really
Life-
pay like the work life. you
Life
know?
is all about balance, man.
Exactly.
I have to balance, you know, my work life, my relationship, the two bands that I am in, you know, and then even just time for myself to not fucking
go crazy, overload and
Yeah.
burn out because
Yep.
It's okay,
it
man.
happens, dude. You ever have days where your head hurts because there's so many things you're like managing and you're like I can't like
Bro.
yeah, exactly.
See, I
Yeah.
don't have those days, and I think I really have to my fiance to thank for that because. If I come home and I'm like stressing or this and that, she we talk on the phone because she lives in Anaheim, I'm in Riverside, but we talk on the phone all fucking day. I'll throw my Bluetooth and we're just shooting the shit. And even if I'm working on music, she's on the Bluetooth and I'm fucking around. And then I'm like, hey, how's that sound? Like, what do you think? Blah blah. You know, she kind of like
That's awesome.
grounds me. And
That's
then
cool.
when I'm done with that, I'm just like, hey, let's go watch a movie. So we'll go watch Netflix, then we'll hit play at the same time. We're
Oh,
like,
dude,
what?
that's pretty,
Aw.
that's pretty sick.
That's
And so
adorable.
I zone out just like knowing that she's there, like not literally by my side,
But
she's-
you're in the same headspace watching the same thing.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
cool.
cool. That's
and
really
so you know
It's such a cool thing. To
it
have
levels
that.
me out, man. It grounds me, and it's just like, man, like it's nice.
Hey, I feel you on that.
sick. Hey,
I feel you on that. yeah.
just so we keep moving the set list on, not to say cut anything short here,
No, no, no.
because we'll have extra questions and everything.
Yeah.
I had a question, or not a question, just I wanted to bring it up before we go to the second segment of the set list, or the second part of the set list. The new single, "Befriend the Monster,"
Mhm.
that
Great
is a great song. I just want
That's
to let
a
you guys know.
great song.
Thank
It
you
is a
guys.
very good song, and it is a. I want you to could you explain what it's about? That's
course.
what I would like to.
Of course. So that part of that song for me was kind of like getting more in touch with the parts of yourself that is kind of like indifferent or just kind of doesn't care
Cool.
about. How do I put that?
The anger side that you try to
Yeah.
hold back.
Yeah, that
the
darker
Jekyll and
side.
Hyde type.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Or like essentially, on the cover, the artwork is a werewolf.
I love that artwork.
Yeah, that's
dude.
great
Jeez
artwork.
Louise. That's sick, and it's like a big werewolf right in the front.
Yeah.
It's the coolest one.
And so that's
Colors
kind
are great.
of what I wanted to like capture with this song is like, by day you have like this control, but there are points in time where you have like this kind of like fuck it kind of mentality, and you kind of have to be a dick to kind of get what you want. But with this song, I wanted to try to find a way to like portray the tapping into that while also, I guess, having control over yourself and just trying to find a balance between like being able to
How do you utilize
Life is
that to
about balance.
positively that
Yeah.
monster inside?
yeah.
Got you. Befriend it because you need it.
Exactly.
That's
Instead
cool.
of fighting with that inner, self, sometimes you kind of just have to
Accept the monster.
You got
accept
you
it.
gotta you gotta filter that demon to do what it's got to do
Yeah.
for positive. I don't know.
No, you're basically using the demon to get what you want. You're
Yeah.
tapping into the dark side, basically.
Yeah, that confidence, that mentality, that like
I got you.
that
I like that.
straightforwardness. And
That's cool.
it also essentially, I was just like, you know what, let's write a song about the Hulk.
yeah.
Secretly,
No, actually,
it's about the Hulk.
It's really about the Hulk.
But no, actually, but cool name, awesome name. I'm really big on names of songs. I think the title, even before anyone listens to it or sees the artwork, the name of a song catches people. So "Befriend the Monster" is a great name, and the artwork's a good artwork, and the song is a great song. So I think this is an awesome single.
Thank
I
you.
really-
Thank
yeah,
you so
definitely.
much.
I really mean
The
that.
artwork was done by our friend
Interfectum Studios.
yes.
And
I think
check
he's
him out.
doing artwork right now.
Is he?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
great.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
an
yeah.
amazing.
That's how I our Poisoning single, and then our Shadow Grow single that we had. We used him, and he's been doing great. So we're like,
Yeah.
let's use
He's
him.
done all of
He's
our
awesome.
artwork.
Yeah, that guy's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're probably gonna turn that into a shirt. May or may not. Who knows?
You should. Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
I'll buy
it's
one.
gonna
be-
I'll buy one.
It's gonna be our
Please.
first full colored shirt.
Please get that, and I will buy that.
Cool.
Yeah.
So anyone watching, guys, check out Befriend the Monster, their latest single. It is a banger, and I mean that from the heart. So
Oh, yeah.
check it out after this episode when you're watching. Put it on Spotify.
Thanks.
So let's move on, guys. We'll get back to. I mean, there's still gonna be room to talk about everything else, unless there was any last thing you got to say. Or are we good to move on?
Shout out to Bradbury for also mixing and mastering
Yeah.
all our
Sir.
songs.
Who the
Especially that
hell
one.
is Brad? I'm just kidding. I love you, Brad. Yeah, he does our songs. He mixes our stuff too. Yeah.
Amazing guy. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, we love you, Brad. He was actually on episode 2. So yeah.
Oh, that's right. He was
Yeah.
on the couch, wasn't he?
No.
He was
He was
sitting
here.
He was sitting over there.
Okay.
I'd love to get him on the couch.
Oh,
We do have to go record with him, and he does look like he has a lovely black couch in there.
there is a nice couch in there. I mean,
Little
just do
couch.
not put a black light to it. That's all I gotta say. Anyways,
Oh, I can
I'm just
only
kidding.
imagine.
That was the whole joke. We were like, what if we just like spray the whole couch with like whatever, like some kind of
Bleach
Luminol.
or
anything, yeah, and then like say. I have a joke for new people that come into the studio, sit down, and Brad's like on his computer. He's like, "Oh, by the way, I wouldn't sit on that couch." Like, why? Hit that switch on your side. It's like a black light.
it's a fucking Van Gogh painting and shit.
It's all
I
magical.
told Brad to do that just for first timers. just to
Wow,
mess with
Starry
them.
Night? What the fuck?
Oh, those aren't stars.
It's on the ceiling.
Oh, we tried very hard.
Brad, we're defiling your.
We love you, Brad.
We do. Yeah, check out Birdberry Studios. Any band watching this, that's where we all record
Heck yeah.
or get mixed. So second on the set list, gear talk. That's what we're gonna get into, guys.
Yes.
We're talking about your gear. We've played shows with you guys, and every time you get on stage, it's just a bunch of really cool, high-tech, expensive-looking stuff all over the place. Where do we start? Go ahead. How about Anthony? Tell me what do you have? What's your gear, and what do you bring on stage?
All right. Well, as far as what I use and what Mike and I have started or have used for, I guess like the past 2 years, we use a Line 6 Helix rack, and that
We've done a lot of Line 6 products.
Line 6
yeah, Line
Helix
6
rack.
is kind of our go-to.
Okay.
we're not trying to get like a sponsorship.
Yes,
or
we
anything
are.
From you.
Yes, we
Mhm.
fucking are.
Hint, hint.
Shit's expensive.
Yeah.
Change the less,
Fucking
right?
endorse us. Please.
Please, yes, we love you. Anyways,
We do. We really do. Like, we have... Well, go ahead.
so like we have the Line 6 like Helix rack. We have the wireless. When we first started, when I was just singing, I wasn't playing guitar. I had their wireless microphone, and I'm just a Line 6 slut, and I use.
You dirty
we
Line
use
I
it
6.
had a
all, man.
Line 6 pod before the Helix.
Yeah.
Fucking now I'm playing. Aside from the Helix, I have the Pod Go wireless.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything Line 6, I
Dude,
love.
you know what? Line 6 used to get a bad rep because of like their spider combo hands or something, but
Yeah.
now with all the tech, they've
They've
came a
really
long
upped
ways,
it.
dude.
Honestly,
Nah.
everything has moved to that.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Because digital is
become the
just,
standard
it's
now.
cheaper, but to the trained ear, yeah, you could tell the difference. But to the average listener, they don't give a shit. They don't know what the difference between digital and tube and this
Oh,
and that.
I mean,
it sounds
they
clean.
don't,
It
they
sounds
don't.
clear. It's faster.
And to be honest
easier,
with you,
know?
drums too sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying.
I'm all about whatever's cheaper.
He's a bit of a stickler.
quality.
Ah.
Fucking like I don't care. It
Yeah.
sounds good. Again, it's about the listener to me. Like I'm not catering to other musicians because they're not buying my shit.
Exactly.
Good
They're
point.
not listening to my
That-
shit. You know?
That is a great point, and I've expressed that to some musicians. Like, to be honest with you, dude, like you're the most people that listen to your stuff, they don't know what you know, and all they know is that sounds cool. I mean, anyone that loves anything in top 40, they really don't care how or you got that sound on there. They just like to dance to it. Literally, I mean, that,
They just want to headbang. They just
Or
want to
headbang
sing
to it.
along. They
Yeah,
just want
exactly.
to mosh.
It-
You know.
it's how does it sound? Period. That's really what it comes down to. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, there is that purist mentality of things, which is cool if you
awesome.
can afford it and you can do all that.
Yeah, exactly.
But when
It's
it comes
awesome,
to
but
like
it's expensive,
fast, not fast and cheap, but fast and effective and cost wise, sometimes you got to do like,
Yeah.
Got to spend money to make money.
And funny enough, we actually kind of our tones for like the past 2 years, like we've actually really made on a budget because the Helix rack is actually so strong enough. It has like a dual processing cores on it that we were actually able to run us both through the rack, and he was controlling it with a pedal board.
I control all our channel switches and all that. I'm like, you focus on your playing and singing, and I'll take care of this shit right here. You know, so I'm the one.
Oh, he takes care of all your effects and everything.
Yeah. But I think going forward, like I would like to have a little bit.
We're definitely gonna switch it up soon.
It adds more dynamicism to our live show.
Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah. And when you bring your racks on stuff, that has your in-ear stuff too, and
yes,
so that's
all him.
I mean, by the way, the average person, getting to the average person listening to this, they're not going to know all the stuff. So talk a little bit for the people that are gear nerds out there, and talk to the people that don't know what the hell we're talking about.
all right. So IEMs, in-ear monitors.
The things that go in your ears.
In your ear.
Okay. So pretty much, to the in-ear monitors are pretty much your way of a musician's way of being able to hear themselves, so they could stay on key, or like ourselves, we play along to backing tracks, like you get violins or synths and whatnot, and we don't have that on stage, obviously, but it adds a whole new ambience to our music when we play live.
Mm-hmm.
But having that, you also have to play to a click because you got to know when that stuff's going to come on.
Yep.
So what this helps us do is, in our ears, we hear the click in the front of the house where the listeners and our audiences, they don't hear the click. So we have to have this whole unit that is running a computer that runs samples and the click samples we hear, and the front of the house, but clicks only we get to. But also in our ears, we hear our guitars, our drums, our vocals. We have our own little mix, and it sounds really awesome in here. The old way of doing it was just, you got the speakers in front of you, and you tell the guy that's mixing, in the venue, you give me some vocals out of the speaker, give me some guitar, this and that, and you're not running any click. You're kind of just going the old school, you got to be tight. And
the drummer's driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drummer's got to be on top. Well, both occasions, the drummer has to be tight regardless.
Yeah.
And I'm a firm believer you're only as good as your fucking drummer is. As your weakest link.
You could be the best. Yeah. You could be the best band, but your drummer's off time, messing everything up. Everyone sounds like bad now. It doesn't matter.
Well, it screws up the beat.
Yeah,
screws up the beat of the whole rhythm of the show.
Doesn't
but if the drummer is tight, man, the energy's there. Everybody else sounds fucking killer. You know.
Yep.
But so the in-ear monitors, man, like this has been a headache, and we think we have Stevie to thank for this, because he was the one that was like, you know what, I want to play to a click, I want to have backing tracks, this and that, and he kind of like
pushed us,
and he did most of the learning about how to put it together, and then from there, I have an engineering and a background, so it's not too different. He's still dealing with microphones and amp mixers and all this kinds of bullshit. And
it is a lot of bullshit.
There's so many things.
It's the theme of today.
And so it was a headache just knowing how to route this. So okay, we want them to hear this, but we don't want them to hear this. Mm-hmm. So you got to learn how to split the signal, and then how to
and buy this other part so you can split it.
So you can split it, and this part, though it does that, you have to learn how to take it apart. You have to put it, reverse these things, then put it back together, because it's the only way.
So many people don't realize how much science goes into performing
and money.
Well, let's put it this way: when it comes to backing tracks and sound, that's when you have to start splitting shit.
Yeah.
And you guys probably do a lot more technical than we do. We do it with obviously our drummer's on the click. He has a soundboard and he has the backing tracks. One signal is going to the house, which is what the crowd hears, and the other signal is the song with the click. We do it that way. Is that how you guys used to do it, or is that kind of the same way you do it now?
It's kind of how we doing it, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Are you guys all wearing in-ears?
No. It's only our drummer. So we are driven by the drummer. So, yeah, when there is a part where there are no drums, he still has to keep us on with a hi-hat or something. But if it's a long, drug-out, silent part without drums. But aside from that, we're pretty good at following the drummer, and he has all the he says.
That's definitely the easier way to go about it, and probably the nicer way to go about it.
Yeah, because I say you guys' way, I'm like, damn, like I feel like if I had a little more time and money, I would do that. But like right now, I was like, that seems like a lot of stuff I gotta get, and like we're making it work the way we do.
Well,
it,
even setting up like before a show, you have to get there like way ahead of everybody. Get there,
get your stuff on stage. Ideally.
Yeah,
before
ideally,
the
if
show even
you
starts.
get there, talk to the sound guy. Hey, this is what we got going on. You know, we're gonna run these lines to you, but we need these lines from you. And you know, if we could have the fucking unit already on stage, that'd be great. So we don't have to, you know, set it up. Everything. You know, you kind of want to have it already staged. And you know, some sound guys are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, cool, yeah, no problem." And some guys are just gonna be like,
What?
Fucking serious?
Like they don't know what they're doing.
oh my god.
And right now, I'm the only guy that knows how to run this thing, so I'm the guy running fucking the cables and trying to.
Yeah,
fucking,
you gotta
like,
That's pretty
me.
bad
Take this,
when
give
the
me that.
when the band has to run the sound guy.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
man.
It's like, what are you doing?
So it's fun, but it's a headache to get it rolling. And then once you're going, you're like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
It's pretty great though when it works.
Yo, absolutely,
Yeah.
totally.
And we rehearse that way in our rehearsal spot, aka my garage. We have HOA, so we can't be loud. So we have electric drums, and everything's electric. It just runs in through our in-ear monitors, and we can hear everything awesome in our ears. Only thing we can't control, like what everybody else hears, is our voices, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's like rock band. Someone walks in, like you just hear Tim doing that,
And you hear the strumming of the guitar.
and then just me.
There's no music. There's no music.
Have you
It's
seen
just-
the South Park
Yep.
episode of the Guitar Hero South Park?
Oh.
I think I have.
Well, like
Great
the
episode.
kids are playing. It's like, hey, check this song out. It's like, tap, 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 and they're like, oh yeah, I like that song. It's good. You hear it tapping? Yeah, dude.
That's pretty much what you hear, dude.
Yeah.
But what's cool is like, and his girlfriend Jackie, one day did a video where like, because we give, if people come and want to hang out and listen to what we're doing, we give them a separate headphones so
Yeah.
they can
Oh,
hear
cool.
what we're doing.
That's cool.
If I'm not running them through the PA, but what she did, she was taking a video, so you hear all the click, 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 and the singing, and then she put the headphones over the phone.
Gotcha.
And then
Looks
so
sick.
it was
You're
like,
This is what they actually sound like,
You're
guys.
like, it looks pretty dumb when it's just the camera.
Oh, it looks fucking
What's
ridiculous,
wrong with these
bro.
guys? What are they doing?
It sounds ridiculous.
It does, yeah.
You know what that reminds me of, kind of? Real quick, I guess Metallica played in Antarctica one time. They was the first band to ever do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like we played in every continent in the world, and they played in Antarctica, but everyone had to have
Headphones.
because of I guess avalanches or
No,
cracking stuff. Or
basically it's just the sonic vibes.
something
it- yeah.
they couldn't be loud.
They couldn't be loud.
on the ice and like the snow, whatever.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, I guess. in
Also
a
would
tent,
ruin the
and
research
it-
equipment
so
they
you had
had.
a bunch of people rocking out. If you were to look at it from without headphones, you'd be like, "What's going on in here?" And it's silent. And like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everyone's getting into it, and they all
Yeah, I
had
have
headphones.
That's dope.
That's pretty much what's going on in a garage.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. I'm like,
That's also
geez.
a little scary, man.
It is kind of scary,
Yeah.
but I don't know if they filmed that. If it's like on YouTube, I haven't looked at it, but I heard about it. So
Wow.
I saw a clip or something, but that's kind of wild.
But back to the equipment. Yeah, we got that rack. We both play Schecter. Shout out to
Okay.
Schecter.
There you go.
Scum
Oh, yeah.
Love, hooks it up over at Schecter.
Hook them up, Schecter. Come on.
Yeah, EMG, one of my sponsors. Also shout out to EMG coffin cases.
Do you have EMG
Yeah.
pickups on your Schecters?
Yeah,
Okay.
on most of them.
Most of them, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah,
actually one.
my Les Paul has EMGs, and do you guys like the sound of EMGs? Did you say?
I love them.
I like them. I got the headset in my Ep.11. It's pretty sweet. I love the sound of that. I'm trying to get some 56 85s. They're like the little coil split.
Yeah.
Spoil. no, can't say that.
Spoil
The spoil clit. Spoil clit. The spoil clit. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, but
It's all
I
good,
really
dude.
like EMG pickups, guys. Please sponsor us.
Well, I actually have an endorsement through EMG because of the mental health experiment.
Really?
But,
Oh yeah, they got a lot of endorsements, dude.
Yeah, we got
I mean, you guys. I'm sorry.
we've been doing it for almost 10 years, and it's nice to have a little recognition and have
Absolutely.
that extra, like,
Yep.
It's
I don't
proof
have to
of
pay
your
full
efforts.
price on a lot of stuff, which is cool. But yeah.
That's cool. Now I just realized, I've had both of your bands on the show now.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have been on here twice.
Yeah.
Dang, man.
So
Done
sorry.
goofed.
This might be a dumb question. Going back to the racks, you guys running through processors or effects, or do you have amp? You have amps on stage, right?
Yeah, we have cabinets. We the Helix is plugged into a power
A splitter.
A splitter, and then but it also has like a power amp, and those power amps power our cabinets.
Cabinets, but you don't have an amp head. Actually, you would say.
Nope.
No, that's cool. I was just curious.
We have the amp that powers the cabs, and so what we do is we split the signal to go from just directly into our in-ears, and then the other signal goes into the amp, which goes to our cabs, and we just have it's easier just to have the guy up front just mic the cabs like you normally would.
Yeah.
Try to make it as easy as possible for the sound guy.
We tried going DI once, and it was okay, but it was also a bit of a headache to set up. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's good to just go get all your sound through those cabinets. The guy mics it up. Boom, let's go.
And it sounded good every time. So.
Good. I can see
We
that.
try to make it easier for them, but also at the same time, what's going to sound killer.
And time efficient when you're setting up everything.
Yeah.
For people watching, unless you got roadies and you're playing a big show and the roadies are taking care of it, when you're a band, you got to set up between bands dude, it can be a headache, man, because like you got 15 minutes or less to get everything up there, sound check, boom, 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 go, and it can be.
Well, you like I said, you've heard about what is it, firing on all cylinders, their drum set, how long it takes to actually set up.
Yeah, that guy has like a giant
like they said he said
Paul has a rack and everything.
Yeah,
that's a lot of stuff.
He says he can literally get it put together within under an hour, but normally he said 4 hours. I'm like, holy hell.
Well, he has it pretty much set up before. Well, that's why. They were here on the last episode. I think Fire on Cylinders. I think that probably is the reason why they like to be the headliner, because then they can have everything maybe on stage already. But yeah, he does have a big old drum setup, and I have seen them. I think I've seen them come on stage and come off in between a show. I think he just has it ready to go.
I think he just picks it up.
Well, your last show at the Whiskey, he had it set up to everyone to use. They didn't even use the house drum set.
Well, yeah, when we played it, yeah. Well, see, Fire and Stones headlined at the Whiskey, and we played that show, and basically we used their all the bands used their rack. But they brought their own snare, kick pedal, cymbals and stuff, which it worked.
Backline.
But yeah, because otherwise it would have took a while to get everything up there. But yeah,
wow.
I mean, think about going back to like, the scene days or whatever, like all the drummers that just had like, 4-piece kit.
Yep.
Yeah, 4-piece kit.
One tom.
And that's all.
Well, the funny thing about that is like my brother, when we first started off with the Mendenhall experiment, he had the double kick, the 2 toms, rack toms, and the floor tom. He had the metal fucking drum set. And as time went on, he said, "Fuck that!" Took out one of the kicks, took out another tom. So he literally just shrunk his kit to 2 toms, snare, kick, and then about the same amount of cymbals.
Yeah.
But he was just like, "Fuck that! I wanna."
I mean, especially, and he used double kick.
Yep.
Yeah, especially like hardcore bands or stuff that use that. Like they really just like, I need that. I need 2 toms, a snare, double kick, and then that. That's in the cymbals and hi-hats.
Make it work. Yeah.
And you can do a lot with that. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, you can make a
But
lot.
when you have time, when we knew we had time to like set up how we wanted, like when we played Aftershock, we were like, let's fucking go all out. We brought both kick drums and full rack toms and everything, and this looked like a big fucking band.
Yeah.
And that's what we did, and it was nice because literally they just set it all up on this platform that had wheels, and they just wheeled it on. We played, and then they wheeled it off.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
Yeah.
That was a lot. If every fucking show was like that. We'll just wheel in our drum set and we'll wheel it.
That would be pretty sweet. I actually think we should get one of those little carts though, at least to kind of help a little bit for some of those shows. But at the same time, a lot of the shows are pretty close to the
If it was up to me, man, we'd be playing with an electric kit every single fucking show.
Can I be honest with you? I always say that. Can I be honest with you? That's just my saying. Mark, remember we saw that show with that cover band and they did electric drums, and they just plugged into the system. It sounded so good. I'm like, I know it's electric kit, but how? I don't think a lot of the crowd cares. Like they're just there drinking beer, and they just went here. And I guess they sound checked with Enter Sandman, obviously a cliche cover song, but the drums were like to the recording specs, and it was like it sounded like the album. Like, oh my god, like it made
That's
the song
one thing
sound
I love
so
about
good.
our practices because we got that killer fucking Tim runs his electric
a
kit
plugin,
through a program on his computer that
Reaper.
sounds killer. Reaper. And so and we've done one show.
Yeah, it was a backyard show.
Yeah, with electric kit because we're like, it's just a backyard show. Let's just be able to get in there and
Did it
get
work
out.
all right?
It
We
totally
had an issue with one of the cables.
Oh no!
Yeah.
And it was something simple too.
It was something I'm so simple.
Did you just mic the pads so you hit the really loud taps?
All it was, I think what it was is one of the cables wasn't plugged in fully.
Into the interface.
And it
You literally
could've-
just had to
and
wiggle
it
it.
could have been fixed.
Yeah, but it was
All right.
really quiet.
That's a show horror story. No,
Yeah.
that could be on the next segment actually.
Man.
But yeah, man, if it was up to me, man, yeah, you'd get the best sounding fucking. You get the best sound out of electric kits. Simple as that.
Yeah, anything that is electric, that's not the organic instrument, that's electric, and it's contained and perfected into buttons or into triggers. It just sounds clean. It sounds everything.
I mean, one step behind that is just like what almost every metal drummer does is they take their beautiful, expensive ass acoustic kit, and what do?
Triggers.
They fucking trigger it.
Mm-hmm.
So they already
So-
do it.
Yeah, it's all just
mean,
Maybe
looks.
they blend it, which
Dude, that's
cool.
that's why I like
but
that's like
you
modern
still-
music. We could even stray away from rock for a second. Even like hip hop and rap and stuff. It's all clean as can be because it's fresh and clean because it's all perfected
triggered.
sounds and
it's
triggers.
it's a drum,
and it's just
simulated drum kit.
It's so nice on the ears. There's no rawness, and I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. Sometimes rawness, you want that. It sounds sick. But sometimes if you just want clean, perfected sounds, like and save time and money, even just switch to the technology.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, I'm a drummer at heart. I love drums.
Of course.
If I was a better drummer, I would be a drummer rather than a guitar player. But I play guitar better than I do drums. But yeah, I mean, But the only thing about going to electric drums is I mean, drums just look fucking badass.
Oh, yeah. Totally. I mean, unless they can make electric kit look just as badass as a
Well, they
You
do
know,
have
they
that.
do. They do have
But
those.
they're
Yeah,
expensive.
but
They're even more expensive
yeah.
than a fucking acoustic kit.
Yeah.
Dang,
But
man.
that's the last. That's
For
the
now.
last drum set you ever need.
Yeah, I
probably.
feel
'cause-
sorry for
Yeah,
drummers.
exactly. And you can just get like different tone updates.
Right, yeah,
on the,
plugins and all
on the
that,
software.
yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty sick. Well, guys, we still got 4 more topics on the set list. So, you guys ready to take a little break, guys, and go to the bathroom and everything? We good?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm
I think
holding.
me and Tony are gonna go cross streams right now.
I think I want to
Go
compete.
pee-pee well.
Hey,
One
how
thing, yeah, since we're on that subject, we consider ourselves pee dwellers
pee-pee dwellers.
Because-
Everyone's just like, "Oh my god, guys, what is?"
because
Here we go.
almost before I mean, lately, not so much because we've been good,
Nah.
but before we used to get so fucking drunk at the end of our shows that we would close the bar out.
Yeah.
We couldn't even pee in the bar anymore because it's closed, so we'd have to go find places to go pee,
Gonna go
and
pee-pee
we'd always end up in like separate corners or like
Along
away
the
from
same
my
fence.
God.
And where's Mike and Tony? They're over there
We
pee
look
dwelling.
over, we're like,
We're just like,
Well, if you ever have like a joke side band, call them the pee-pee dwellers.
The
That'd be
pee-pee
like,
dwellers.
yeah. So
That name will go viral.
So
The
Make
pee-pee
sure
dwellers.
so I guess let's just go to the bathroom. Let's make sure we take photos of what we do in the toilet and send it to each other.
Oh
We're
god.
gonna do that?
Oh, we've started that trend now.
We're gonna do it. No.
Hashtag
I'm curious. And then we're gonna show you
toilet
guys watching. I can't wait to see. No.
See what you started, Dirty Steve. I hope you're watching.
All right. Well, hey, everybody, you're watching The Rock Oath, episode 11. We got Where It Lies in the house. We're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back. Let's go. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to The Rock Oath, episode 11. Once again, we're here with Where It Lies. What's up, boys? How was that break? You have a good time?
It
You
was
had a
great.
Good break,
I
right?
felt a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
I needed that.
Yeah.
You need that? Yeah.
My bladder needed it.
Now, you sent me photos, right?
I was about to say, where are the photos?
We got the photos of...
no.
That'll be on Instagram
Oh,
later.
no.
Uh-huh. Check your DMs, boy.
Well, guys, thanks for sticking around. Hope everyone that was watching got a chance to take a break. That was a good chance for you guys to hit pause, go to the bathroom, get your beer or food, and come back out and watch.
Okay.
So we're on the second half. We call it second half. It's more like the, I guess it's not necessarily a half symmetrically, but it's half. I don't know. It's the second half, whatever way it's lopsided. It doesn't matter.
a second
Usually
point.
it's the longer half. We put it that way.
Right.
So, but yeah, guys. So we talked a lot about the band and the gear you guys use and everything. So next on the set list, we're gonna go straight to show horror stories.
Oh.
So I want you. I don't know if you had a chance to think about it, But I want you guys basically to tell me.
I have
Okay,
one.
I want you guys to tell me just something about a show that was just a nightmare. Maybe you went to bed that night wanting to like never wake up again, and it was horrible. I've had a lot of, not a lot, but I've had enough to where I don't want to do it again. So start with you, Anthony. You got one for me?
I got two, but I'm trying to figure out which one was the worst, man. You know,
You probably have the same too.
you know, I guess. Well, we were at the. All right, so it was a local band smokeout fest. All right.
And we
Recently?
love
Yeah.
local band smoke.
Was it like
We
in
love
the
them,
last this year or last
Yeah,
year?
it was
most
this
recent
past
one,
year. Yeah. So I mean, we thank you, BG Goodrich. By the way, go check him out on his Twitch stream.
BG was on episode 5, right? Yeah, 5. Great guy. We had a great talk. I love BG. Good shit.
Yeah, location was awesome. It was awesome that all the bands that were there, I was amazed. There was some really awesome, amazing talent. And what was even great about that show is we had actually at the time Scarlet Siren. By the way, go check them out. They're really great. Their bassist at the time, Jared. We had asked him to kind of step in because Ray unfortunately couldn't make it. And he
Wait, and Tim couldn't make it either, so we had my brother step in on drums.
Yeah.
So you had a couple players filling
jump
in
with us. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was really
Jared.
cool.
Jared was playing bass.
Jared was playing
cool.
bass, and that was a cool time practicing with Jared. Yeah, I miss that guy. I miss you, Jared.
Jared's cool. I like Jared.
Yeah.
I just thought of 2 reasons why the whole show was horrible for us.
So again, like the show was awesome, but the time that we played it, man, it was just so hot. Like
The time you played, like 1 o'clock or 12.
it was like 1 or 2 p.m. in the afternoon.
Was that the? I mean, not to say anything about where your spot was, but was that the beginning of the show or near the middle or end?
It was the beginning of the show. It was at a Hilltop Tavern out in Hemet, and just it was a beautiful day, but it was just so freaking hot as hell, man.
Brutal.
Dude, literally, I lost 4 or 5 pounds that day.
I
I weighed myself when I
believe
came
it.
home, and I remember the night before I was like at 165, and I literally I had never been able to go under 160.
Yeah.
And I was at 159.
You're like, oh my God, I've
and
never
I
seen
drank
that.
a lot
Yeah.
of fucking
Damn.
water. I ate a lot of fucking food, but I lost all that weight. It was just sweat, dude. And we had to carry all the
dude.
gear and no tarp over the stage.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So we were literally, my poor brother got a fucking a heat
rash
rash on
or
his neck. It
something.
was sunburnt. It was bad, dude. It was many times that I thought I was gonna pass out.
Dude, yeah, like my boots, I was wearing Doc Martens. I could feel the leather.
Melting?
I can feel the leather on top of my toes, like burning me. My feet were burning. Yeah, dude, it was bad.
Brutal.
And the other reason why that was a nightmare was because the night before we stayed at this hotel.
Oh, it was kind of scary.
Oh, the night before the show. Oh, so this is part of the horror story. Okay.
So we were like, you know what? Let's shoot up there the night before, so we're at least already in town. Since we have to be there early, we don't want to have to drive all the way up there like early in the morning and get there late or whatever. Let's already be in town, So he booked us a room at this one hotel.
Like a Western motel or something like that.
It was on a golf course, right?
It was on
so
a
we're
golf
like, oh,
course.
this must be nice. Dude, there was people there that were probably like residents.
Yeah.
And
People just renting there, and they've been renting there for months.
and people who rent rooms at hotels, motels
Oh, yeah.
are like the sketchiest people most of the time.
Oh, yeah.
Junkies and shit. Well, my brother,
God bless his soul.
so
Oh God.
all right, everybody's trying to go to bed. We've been drinking, we've been had some in and out, having a good time, and then he apparently didn't have enough good time, so he decides, he saw some dudes over there that was smoking. We didn't even. I don't even. I think we were already knocked out. He decides
like
that he's
3 or
gonna go
4 in the
talk to
morning.
these guys and try to get smoke with them, and I guess it worked out. Then he comes in running, fucking like. I'm like, we get up like, what the fuck is that? He's like, open the door. It's Bruce. I'm like, the
Oh,
fuck? I'm like,
God.
dude, what the fuck are you doing out there? And then he closes it. He's like, dude, so I went upstairs, I was chilling with these guys and, they were smoking, everything's cool. We went upstairs and then they had like a little, kind of party thing going on. We're chilling and some guys fucking walked in with some fucking machine guns or some guns. And we're looking for a guy and this
And Hammett?
that. Yeah, Hammett, right?
Oh, any hotel. in
No,
Hammett.
not Hemet. No, it was Apple
Apple
Valley.
Valley, yeah.
Apple
Oh,
Valley.
that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So I'm like, dude, why the fuck did you even get out, dude? Like, everybody's trying to fucking sleep, dude. Like, we have a show tomorrow. Get
Why
some
you
fucking
do-
rest.
Yeah, what are you doing?
And so, and I could already
Jeez.
tell he was drunk. And, being the big brother I am, I'm always gonna fucking,
Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, sit the fuck down, play your fucking Xbox, don't fucking leave the room. Or what? Dude, he brought his Xbox.
It was actually a
I was
PlayStation.
like, you're not
Okay.
gonna, don't fucking leave the room, dude. Everybody's trying to fucking sleep.
Yeah. Damn.
An hour or two later goes by and we hear fucking knocking again. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it's him again. Fucking same occasion. Some other guy fucking pulled out a gun on someone over there. And I'm like, you go back. Dude, at this point, I'm fucking enraged. And poor Jackie couldn't sleep the rest of the fucking night.
My girlfriend was a little upset,
like,
but it's okay.
Oh, she's pissed off.
So I'm just pissed. And now, like, no one got... Besides the heat, no one really got any good sleep because of the bullshit that my brother pulled off.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So the next day was kind of.
We played well, but
The show was good.
It's like yeah, you and your brother reminds me of me and my brother. I always get my brother. I kind of do the same thing to him.
Who's older? You're the older brother, right?
I'm the younger brother.
Oh, you're the younger
Oh,
brother.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
shit! So you gotta keep his ass in check, right?
Yeah. Well, wait. For some reason, the way you talk about your brother, I'm like, maybe not that extreme, but it reminds me of like kind of what I put. Actually, Brent too. I put these guys through sometimes.
Yeah.
Shit.
I try, man.
We got stories.
He's like, I'm not even your brother, man.
We have stories.
So,
You know, but it's all out of love. I have a good heart, though, right, Brent?
He meant that. He meant that.
Well, we could talk about the Rammstein story to them.
Oh, I know this story.
Well, we'll have Brent sit down with the microphone and tell the Rammstein story, but that's a whole nother thing.
yeah, and so
Sorry.
that was
Sorry,
that
go ahead. I'm
show.
sorry, guys.
No, all good. And then the another show I
That
could
was
think
my
of was
horror.
Tiki Bar.
Yeah, that was.
We
yeah.
just issues with the in-ear monitor
This last
fucking
week?
rack. No, it was
Oh.
one of the times. Issues with that, like, all right, if you're an engineer or musician and you deal with a lot of cables, label your shit.
Oh yeah, we
All
kinda
right.
goofed on that one real bad.
So we were getting the wrong things going through the wrong channels, and we were like well into our set. I think we played like 4 songs.
We played 4
if even
songs. We
that.
were like 15, almost 20 minutes
It
into
was-
our set, dude.
Yeah,
was
after we
embarrassing.
figured it out, it was just and then the sound guy is all like, in our I forgave him, but even through the sound guy through the sound was like, you guys need to get your shit together. Like, this is all fucked up. And rather than fucking at the end of the show go and tell him off or start a fucking argument, I just fucking bit my tongue and I was like, you know what? We might have to deal with this guy again.
Yeah.
So I was just like, you know what? Whatever. It was at the time we didn't know if it was our fault or his fault, but all I just know that remark was so unprofessional,
Yeah.
and I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking ignore it.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the night, I didn't ignore it so much. He heard me fucking say what I had to say, but
Oh yeah,
I wasn't saying it to him. I was saying it to the person next to me,
he was a
so
little
he
loud.
could hear me.
He was a little loud.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just a headache, man, and just trying to get this song. Like, again, sometimes when it works like a charm, it works like a fucking charm, and then you got the greatest show. And when it doesn't, it's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And that's what it was. It's just equipment failure.
Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah. And when you have, and I've said this to a lot of our guests here on the show, when you have a show like that, you have those kind of shows, it just like, it depresses you for the night, doesn't it? Like, it's hard to go after party
defeat.
and party.
You
You're
go
like,
in wanting
defeated.
to put on the greatest fucking show.
and like, let's go in there, let's kiss some ass. Everyone here's gonna know our name when we're done. Blah 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 blah.
Yep.
And then that happens. You're like, you feel like
You
I
leave
gave
with
it my
this.
all, and this is the outcome. It depresses you for the night,
Just
and then
leave
you wake up the
without
next.
saying bye.
What's that?
Just leave without saying bye.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
go ahead.
Oh yeah. And then,
Yeah, we're
Irish
done.
goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Is that what they call it, or what is
Mhm.
oh, is that it? Oh yeah, yeah.
The Irish
But
goodbye.
the thing is, once you get sleep, you wake up the next day, and you're like, you kind of, you open your eyes, you go, and then you think about it, and you go, well, learn from that, and let's get up and
Yeah.
move on. You have to do that. You know?
Every
Precisely.
mistake and every like things that happen like that, it's a learning experience, and that definitely
Absolutely,
was for
man.
us.
But there are the ones that really do depress you. Like they get you down. And you feel. I mean, it's got to be like even like an athlete that performs bad one night and he goes to bed thinking like, wow, like no, seriously. Anyone that has a thing they love to do, it's a thing they put their heart and soul into, and a passion, and you have an unsuccessful night. I mean, that can hit
It
your
tears on
soul,
you.
dude.
Yeah,
it can.
You're like I was stoked for and prepared for so long so I could finally go over here and do this, and just fucking disappointment.
Yeah, dude. And you know what's the hardest thing to do? And Andrew can attest to this. Sometimes even if the crowd's like, oh, it was good, but I'm like, I know it could have been. I know it could have been better, but they're like, it was good. But like we've gone to some after parties with him and some after things, and sometimes I am hard on ourselves because you have to be, because if you're not hard, I mean not hard where you kill yourself, but like if you're not analyzing it, you know, that means you care. And so basically like it's hard to. I need to get better at it. Like, if it's a bad show, you got to just kind of put it away. But sometimes it's like you keep repeating, like, what did I do? Like, could have done this. And then the after party, you're going somewhere and everyone's having a good time, and you're just like, your mind's
you ruin it for yourself.
Your mind's there, your mind's in the.
I don't know. Yeah, he's done this to me a few times. Like, he'll come up to me and my wife Katrina, and literally everybody's like, "Yeah, it was a good show," and he's like, "Thanks, guys." Yeah, and he goes, "How was it?" And I'm like,
No, really though, how was it?
I'm like, dude, you did great. You guys fucking ripped.
Well, that's because I trust you guys, and I could ask the.
I know.
Like, hey, from the crowd's view. how was
there's
it?
always.
Like,
Trust me, Mike. If you suck, I'm gonna tell you. I'm like, Mike, you missed that key on that one note. The Jay missed the kick on that one thing. You guys fucking sucked. I'm not gonna say that.
No,
but
I know.
But we expect that. Funny enough, you know, like what?
But when you know you killed it, though, then I'm like drunk running around, terrorizing.
Social
I'm having a great
fucking
time.
butterfly.
Yeah.
You don't even fucking see him half the time in the bar.
Because I'm happy.
Yeah, was that Mike?
We did good.
Where'd Mike go?
Good. That's good.
Anyways, but that show was, you would say, is this just the most? No, it wasn't a recent one, but that would be one of the horror stories you would say. Anything else that just kind of blew up?
The one, like, probably the time when we were playing the Electric Kit. Like, I mean, it wasn't that bad.
Oh, yeah,
it
that
was
was
actually
just
pretty
right.
fun. But at the same time, I was like, dude, like, this never happened.
It was a backyard. So.
Yeah, but I was just like, dang it.
How about those shows where, like, and it doesn't define your band, but it's just like the situation of like maybe it was like you jumped on the show quick, or it was just not a lot of research before you went on, and then you go on the show, and there's like the bartender only. I mean, thank God we have not had those in a while, but I remember the past we did have shows like that, and like, God, that sucks playing in front of like a person. It's like,
Yeah. You know, I call that live practice.
Yeah.
live, right? Yeah.
Live
Those are
practice.
tough. Those are tough to get through.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if like
Those will make you grow. Right there.
I'm trying to think if we've ever had a show like that.
We've been actually luckily
Oh yeah, I mean,
blessed enough to actually have a pretty good crowd.
yeah,
for
us
most of
too.
our shows.
But back in the day, I just remember earlier
Oh,
times,
yeah.
back when
Oh,
you're
yeah.
starting off, and
I
you're like
remember-
taking on the world, but you haven't made a name yet, and then you go out there, there's like a person.
I
there.
remember the TMX's show, first show, with this lineup, with the previous lineup. We played at a bar in Santa Ana, and people were all sitting down, not one person standing. It was a fucking empty place, and we had to work so hard and promote it so hard to get to everybody to our first show, and it bombed.
Wow.
I'm talking about like family was only there.
Yeah.
And but you know what? That's you got to start off somewhere. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah. And that's why we're picky with shows now, because like it's you want to make sure you get your whole fan base there, and you want to make sure that the people that are running it know what they're doing. There's good sound. There's all the bands are bringing people. You want to make sure it's an event to document. It's not like you're wasting your time playing for just. I mean, no offense to the people that are there. It's cool that whoever's there. I mean, but you want the energy in the room, because if the energy is not there, it just kind of kills the mood.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Literally, there have been shows, or at least that I've played, where like literally the energy of the people really saves the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And there's times where the energy kills it. Like I've had shows too, like where like I think our first show here, I mean we did well, but our first like real show here was it's so funny. We were opening up for New Year's Day. You ever hear of them?
Yes. Yeah.
We opened up for New Year's Day. I don't know how we pulled this off. It was like we just moved to California and we played it. We actually did really well, and it was chain reaction. It was packed, but because no one knew us, you got to watch everyone watching. But they liked us, but like it's like the energy was. It's hard to explain. Like you're
like
killing
Who's
it.
this outsider?
They don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Who are you?
But they're calm. But they're watching. But you're watching everyone because we're just moved here. We had
Yeah.
like hardly any friends, so everyone was brand new watching us.
Yeah.
And I think we had like 2 family members in the back that came because we just got here.
Yeah.
And but it was a packed crowd, but like they're analyzing, so it's weird. You're like, I'm playing in front of all these people, but they're like, no one's singing along, no one knows.
Yeah.
But we did well, so like, but at the end, they still clap and stuff, but it's like it's a different situation.
It was a different feeling.
I feel like
That sounds
that's
cool,
why
though.
bands, especially local bands, need to have at least one cover. that you do very well, whether you do your twist on it or you just perform it really damn
It
well.
helps grab people that aren't paying attention.
It loosens people up. They'll start singing
Yep.
along, and then they realize, you know
Yeah.
what? Yeah, I do like these
Cool.
guys.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
I agree.
Yeah.
And then you hit them with the rest of your songs, and then like, you know what? Yes, I do like
I
these
agree.
guys.
I agree.
Rather
It,
than,
it
like-
helps fans gravitate to you.
Exactly. It gets people outside.
Yeah,
and
because
onto this
people
here with us.
people want to go to a show and sing along to songs that they like,
And if they don't know
that's why
your
they go see the
band-
bands that
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
So if you give them a bunch of shit they've never heard, they're just gonna watch you, and then you're gonna get those metalheads that are gonna
that
be like,
down,
I'm
yeah.
just there because I want to have a good time.
The
The
show
music's heavy,
guys.
so I'm gonna.
Yeah.
But then there's people that are just there to listen and enjoy, and all they could do is just listen, and okay, they're listening, and it doesn't sound bad, but
I don't know their songs.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah,
Follow, you don't know what's
it's
coming
to help
next.
it's
yeah.
to help the listener
like
relate.
you're trying to like convince them that they like you. You're trying to convince
Yeah.
them. So then finally you play that song that they know, and then like, okay, hell yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
I like
But once you get to the point to where you have enough fans that do come along and sing along, then the other people, they can kind of, I mean, obviously
They're feeding off their
You're always
energy.
gonna have the people in your crowd that are into it singing along, and then the people that are analyzing because they don't know it yet. But that's still a good thing because you got the energy, and then you got the people that are analyzing because they're getting to know it, you know. So it's kind of a double thing. But yeah, the cover song definitely does pull in people, especially if you do it your own way and you do it well.
Metallica, speaking of covers, one of the reasons why they got so big was because in the beginning, when they started playing, they're playing a lot of these covers that were big in the British wave of
the
heavy
UK.
metal.
So all
They're
those
big-
metalheads were into it. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing.
Europe.
Those songs were big in England, but they
Yeah.
were playing those songs out here where they weren't really heard. Like
Okay.
So these people think that these songs that they're covering are their originals.
yeah.
But because they're so good and they know those songs are hits in England.
So they're taking the hits that no one knows.
yeah.
making it sound-
Yeah.
They're making them bigger out here.
Yeah,
and then
that's
they
cool.
would throw in their stuff, and then
In the
so
mix.
They stopped, and then they
Ooh.
stopped playing those covers and
Slowly.
just play their stuff.
That
But
was-
it kind of like
Yeah,
that's another
Yeah,
way
they-
of also using a cover in your advantage.
That is cool. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and now everybody does their covers.
It's like, so they're taking these unknown great songs while they're improving their own writing and using that to kind of blur the line, and then they start, once they get better, they take that away. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good
Another
stuff.
way to use covers in your
Yeah.
Unless it's just like a cover everyone knows, like total everyone.
Yeah.
because to those that know them, they're gonna like them, and to those
Exactly,
that don't know them,
yeah.
well, they're most likely gonna like them because like there's a reason why people like them over
Exactly, it's a hit no matter. Yeah,
there. Yeah.
absolutely. Well, yeah, guys, show horror stories. That was pretty horrific. I already So
Trying to think if there's anything else.
yeah, I mean, there's.
Other than that,
I mean,
it's
I think
been
so,
when
yeah.
you're in the,
lucky.
I mean, I'll be honest. When you're in the game long enough, you're gonna have horror stories.
Yeah,
you
you're
know,
gonna
it's
have
not.
some.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't be that band. It's like, I'm pretty perfect. We never did anything. It's like you're lying. You've had bad shows. You just don't want to say it.
Exactly. Everybody has their own critique.
God, dude, and it makes you grow. You know.
Yeah.
And that's but that's why we continue this segment, the show horror stories, with all of our guests, because it's so cool to hear everyone say one. Like we had Ty Zamora on Alien Ant Farm tell his. We had Chris Garza tell his. We
They're
had
fun to hear.
It's fun to hear everyone's
Experience.
experience. It's like, oh, dude. So this is probably a segment that will probably be on every show forever.
Oh, definitely keep that.
But anyways, you guys, thanks for sharing these nightmares. Hope you guys have gotten over them.
Let's
And,
hope. Yeah. It is the year 23.
Yeah.
23.
Let's hope there's no more of those for you guys or
on
us.
wood.
Yeah.
This is wood. Yeah, you're good. You're safe. This is wood. Let's jump on to the next segment of the show. We're next on the set list is the Nerd Out segment. We're basically gonna talk about what the dudes here like to nerd out on, and like it could be anything that is geeky and nerdy, but you love it. So let's start with Anthony, bro. What do you like to nerd out on, man? Come on, give it up.
I'm a big weeb. I love anime.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, like right now, what am I watching? My Hero Academia is one of my favorite animes.
that's a good one.
I love like the story behind it. Like All Might is like just go beyond, plus Ultra, and just like I'm like that's an idea I can get behind. Plus, it's also the voice actor of Vegeta. Dragon Ball Z is another one.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah. But aside from anime, I'm also like a big like computer nerd. Like I play PC a lot right now. I'm playing the remastered version of Spider-Man.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Are you doing mods? Are you doing mods?
You know, I need to. That's the next thing I gotta learn. You know, I was actually playing Resident Evil 2, and I was streaming for some of my friends.
I love that game.
And the remake, and they were for PC, and they're like, dude, you should get this mod where essentially like what's
Thomas the Tank Engine?
I've heard of that one, but no, it's Mr. X, this like big scary guy that's like chasing you.
Yeah.
There's a mod where it's essentially you change it and it's Shrek, and
I've seen it.
as he gets closer, it's just the hey now you're an all-star, and you're like running from him.
Donkey.
Yeah, and he can't die. So like, when you're running through the police station, you just hear that in the distance. You're like, he's coming. And then, funny enough, actually, to speak to that really quick, as far as like nerding out goes, where it lies is actually we're looking to get onto Twitch. So if there any of our fans out there, if you guys are gamers like us, come hang out with us. We're gonna have that going pretty soon. The Resident Evil 4 remake comes out in March. And I would love
Resident Evil 4 remake.
The Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yeah.
Dude,
man.
I love Resident Evil 4.
I played that on the GameCube. It was so good. And they're remaking it. And I plan on streaming that. So if you guys want to come see me screaming like a little bitch, it's a
Do you
Resident
think
Evil
they'll
4.
come out with that on the Oculus?
You know, they probably will.
Yeah.
Me and my fiance both have an Oculus, and like sometimes we'll fucking go on like metaverse or whatever.
Yeah.
Or we'll play different games. But I've always wanted to get like one of those zombie games for us to play and freak out.
Do it, man. It's probably be a lot of fun. Yeah, that's other than that, the PC. I'm learning more about like how to like edit videos. I love doing that. I'm like doing covers on the side. And have like a little YouTube channel, so I'm learning about video production and music as well. Because eventually, like what we want to do is like pretty much just kind of be very DIY ourselves, from like our music to like our videos, like how we do it.
And to be honest with you, I think we're in such a great spot in our society where we have the availability to DIY. I'm serious, dude. It's greater than ever. So like, I think it's such a great thing because right now. You know, back in the old days, you had to rely on a label or rely on a company above you, or you could, you had to go through this small little wormhole to get to like something. But now it's like it's up to you now, and it's kind of
with a CD
liberating.
was a big fucking thing, or like a cassette tape or a
A record.
But anymore it's liberating.
Cassette tapes.
It's liberating, man. You guys have the freedom from all these social apps to just make it on your own.
What you
without
guys have going on here, man.
Yeah,
like,
thanks, man.
DIY and it's fucking
pretty
dope
great.
as fuck.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you guys. Thank
full
you.
legit.
Thank you, man.
Full legit.
Dude.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
There's
Hey,
like
it's these guys. I'm just the asshole talking.
Yeah.
It's these two right here.
But
especially the dude over there.
Yeah, to that, like, there's really nowadays with like how much software and stuff that's available, you guys really have no excuse for why you have a bad sounding demo, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anymore, you have to do research to find who's doing it or how to do it, and just exactly. You can't have a sloppy demo or anything anymore. Or anything, but like with all the apps and stuff, like you guys say you want to DIY it, and it's like, it's what a better time to do it anymore. Like with anything, like you say, even Twitch, like even like everything, TikTok, Twitch, OnlyFans, whatever you guys want to do. No, I'm just kidding.
And Mike has to go there.
You know what? OnlyFans actually isn't just a porn
I
site.
know.
It's
I'm
not.
just being
Like,
funny.
you can totally do it, but it's like funny. It just started out that way. So maybe we should actually seriously consider OnlyFans.
I wonder. I have a question. Do you think OnlyFans started off as not like that? It started off. Like,
I saw the actual
it's-
documentary, so I know all about all OnlyFans now.
I'm sure you watched the documentary. Oh yeah,
And me and
There's
my
a
fiance- it's on
documentary?
either Netflix or Hulu, but there's legit a full-on documentary.
It
on
probably
OnlyFans.
started off innocent, didn't it?
It was
No,
like
it
a
did.
Patreon. It was kind of like a Patreon.
Yeah, Patreon. Yeah, okay,
it did.
And then it turned into a shake your booty a little bit, and then it turned to dancing, and then it turned into more, and then actually I think was it like almost a year ago they were OnlyFans was about to say we're not doing explicit material anymore. And people were freaking out. All these girls are like, I'm gonna be broke. I'm just kidding.
No, there were moments where they were fucking freaking out.
Yeah.
That's their
I
livelihood.
mean, to be honest with you, there's a lot of people that use certain apps for everything. Like even YouTube. Imagine if YouTube went out and people like literally make livings off that, like the big channels. Imagine that going off, dude. That's why it's very smart to extend to as many apps as you can.
Because you never know.
You don't know which one will go under, and you're like,
And collect emails.
And
So
emails. Collect emails.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Because let's say a certain platform goes and you decide to use another platform, you have all these emails. Hey, you know, if you like this here, now come check us out over here, and you send them the link, and then it goes with music and anything really.
Yeah. Send it anything. So nerding out. Anything else about gaming, dude? Like
That's
just
about
twitching
it,
and dude,
man,
like
yeah.
anime and video games, basically. Right?
Anime, video games when I'm not playing guitar. You know, I like to work out, but like that's about it. I'm not sporty. I'm not coordinated. I just like to lift things. That's about
Yeah.
it.
Dude, hey, that's great. Dude. And
You can lift
100%.
me anytime you want.
I already did that today, man. Wait your turn.
that's why we were late today. Totally kidding. All right, Mike. What do you like to nerd out on?
Oh God, I'm one of those. I'm like a collectible kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
But well, I love movies. I even made a whole like movie theater in my house.
sick.
I have,
Sick, dude. Sick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Got a popcorn machine. And,
Dude, you got it. If you have a home theater, you got a little
Dude,
popcorn
I got a
machine.
popcorn
Is it the
machine.
like classic one with the the little stand?
Yeah, it even has
Fuck
candy
yes.
dispensers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have
same.
a
You have-
fridge in there.
You have movie posters around the room.
He does,
That's,
yeah,
see,
it's
that's
sick.
how you do
That's
it.
sick.
Dude,
You have to.
let's see. I'm a huge Trick or Treat fan. The movie Trick or Treats. Sam the character.
There's only one movie though, right?
Yeah.
They're coming up with a second one,
And
aren't they?
Oh, dude.
the whole theater is just all Trick or Treat
That's
out.
dope.
All my other
Really?
shit that I've collected,
Nice.
and I mean, I got a lot.
So
of
you watch
shit.
it every year, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
You
and
have
I only wait till spooky season to watch it. You know. And so I got a bunch of that shit in there too. And my fiance, she just bought me a fucking arcade, like one of those.
Oh, yeah.
arcades.
Oh yeah.
It's Ridge Racer, and you could even ask
Sick.
this motherfucker. When he called me to pick me up, he's like, "Hey, I'm outside." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll be right there."
I hear the stuff going. I was like, "Are you on your little arcade mission?" You're
Yeah,
like,
I got like five more minutes.
Oh, let me get this motherfucker. All right, man. Now it's all good. I understand. Get him. Get him.
So movie guy, right?
So movie guy,
Totally,
yeah.
dude. That's me too. I'm a pretty big movie guy.
So, I said I
Me
like
too.
collecting those Trick or Treat. I love collecting like anything Sam or Trick or Treat, or even Halloween related,
Yeah.
like as in like
Big
like
horror-
the
horror buffs.
holiday.
Oh, me too. I have me and some friends, Brent here too. Not so much Mark. Mark likes them, but me, Brent, and our friend Candace and some other people, we love horror movies like you're talking about.
Word.
So like anytime there's a new horror movie, like we're like, oh, we gotta go to theaters. We gotta watch it in theaters. So like we've been checking. You know, we saw that Smile movie, and not yet. No. We saw that Smile movie. We saw.
Jesus.
I guess it was called. I don't the recent ones, but like I just saw. Megan, you seen that yet?
Oh, I'm gonna go watch that
Oh,
tomorrow.
yeah.
Watch
Oh, really?
that tomorrow.
Dude, you know what? It is what.
Wait.
It's exactly what I expected.
The Chucky ripoff?
No, it's good though. It's a
It
good
looks
Chucky
good.
ripoff.
It looks good. Did you see Silent Night? And it's not horror. But
Yes. Yeah.
that was fucking.
To me, that is that it wasn't
gory as
great.
fuck.
It wasn't great, but it was watchable. It was you know sometimes movies are overhyped and you're like, dude, I will never see that again. I would watch that again next Christmas or
Oh,
something.
we're gonna watch it again tonight. Just
Oh.
'cause my girl, she was a little tired and she fell asleep during some parts, and she just saw that it's streaming on Peacock. I was like, well, hey, we'll watch that shit tonight when we get home. When I get home, she's like, all right,
It's good.
Nice.
It's good. You'll enjoy it. You
Yeah.
will enjoy it. Like I said, I don't think it's a classic like the big classics, but it's good enough to be like, dude, I could watch that next year too.
yeah. It's a new holiday movie that's not exactly your traditional holiday movie.
Oh yeah, exactly. And I will say this for scary movies coming out this year, wow, so many. Like I'm
excited.
stoked, dude. Like all the Conjurings, all the there's another Paranormal Activity,
Oh, no shit.
Insidious,
Evil Dead.
the
The new Evil
the
Dead.
what's the remake of
Jeepers Creepers.
Exorcist? What's that?
Scream 6.
Scream
yeah.
6,
that's
the
still going.
Exorcist remake, and there's like Winnie the Pooh one.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Weird.
that's getting a that's
Blood
getting
and
a
Honey. What's it
sequel.
called? Winnie Pooh.
Blood and
Something
Honey.
like that, yeah.
Blood and Honey.
I heard that was
Oh yeah, the horror
the
Grinch. Yeah.
They're doing a Peter Pan too.
I thought, Cocaine Bear or whatever.
Cocaine Bear.
Dude, there's so
Yeah,
many.
I see.
What?
That's based on a
You ever
true
heard about
story.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
it is.
based on a
it's
true story.
extremely exaggerated.
I'm sure it is, but
Extremely
it started
exaggerated.
off with
A
you
bear.
We're gonna
It
take
is true.
notes.
there was a So the true story was that the bear.
Snorted
This
a
guy
key of
was doing
cocaine.
a drug deal smuggling over a plane, and they skydived out. Well, the guy died. The skydive, but his cocaine shipment fell into the woods. Right. Well, a bear got into his bag,
and
ate all the cocaine, and went like crazy, but a guy saw it whacking out, but it died. This movie is if the bear didn't die, it was coked up and went attacking people. So basically extends on the truth.
Yes.
You know what?
That sounds awesome.
Imagine instead of it going killing people, it turned out to be like one of those guys in the fucking 80s in Hollywood, fucking just like fucking dancing.
Yeah,
brother. So, yeah, let's look. Just all hyped up, like
Fucking Tony Montana bear.
yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Starting coke off another coke's another bear's
Another
ass.
bear's ass.
I feel like, though, to be honest with you, I feel like it's gonna be just like the Winnie the Pooh movie, Blood and Honey. It's gonna be so bad, it's good.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna laugh about that. Was
horrible.
so stupid, but I love how
Sometimes the
stupid.
stupidest movies like
Are the
that
best.
are
the
good,
best ones, yeah.
But okay, but when it comes to I don't know why, and this might be a sin, or you guys might not like me for this, but for some reason the like scary movies, like scary with
The scary movie.
like I seen them once and I was like, okay, they're a little funny, but after I couldn't do it.
Oh, the
again.
comedy ones.
Yeah.
The parodies.
I don't.
Like
I'm
the
not.
parodies,
I'm not a big fan.
I-
I only
I
like the
couldn't
one
do
with There's only one of them that I liked. It was the I forget what.
strong hand.
Yeah, that's the only
the only one.
The second one's the best one.
The
It
only
is.
one.
The second one's the best one.
That's the classic one
I
of
just
all of
feel
them.
like
Yeah.
that they try so hard to try to get a laugh
Mimic
out
of
of
it,
you,
yeah.
and instead it's like,
Well,
It's a little forced.
Paranormal Activity was good. Or not Paranormal. What was the the parody of Paranormal Activity? What
I
was
Yeah.
never
that?
saw that one. Just
I know
'cause
you're
that
talking
was,
about.
That was
yeah.
Marlon Wayans' one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that one was great.
Was it? I'll have to watch
Oh,
it.
that one is so funny.
Dude. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. When he walks in, like into the wife calls all the cousins into the
Yeah, and they're
the
all
kitchen.
hardcore gangsters from the hood, and they're like, "Where's your furniture?" And it drops, and they literally are crawling out the room. How scared they are! It is so fucking
maybe I
funny.
have to watch it.
He's like, I don't give a fuck.
Keisha, I don't give a fuck. And I was like, "Where's your furniture?" And then they fucking run out the room.
So yeah, I don't really care too much for those parody movies.
Yeah, I mean neither. To be honest with you, you know what? The only parodies I like was like Scary Movie 2 and that Geico commercial where. Do you guys remember that commercial where they're like running from the guy with the chainsaw? They're like, "Let's go into the running car. Are you crazy? No, let's go in there." And it's like in the shed with chainsaws. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. The Geico commercial.
Yeah, and then and the slasher's sitting there going, "You dumb.
You guys are
fucks."
you guys are idiots. So sorry, that's the only parodies. Other than that, they're all kind of dumb.
Yeah.
What's that?
Use the shorts.
Spaceballs?
Spaceballs?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
come
was,
on.
That, yeah.
Everyone loves
talking about, like,
Spaceballs.
scary-
That's
I'm
not
surrounded
scary,
by
though.
assholes.
Yeah.
No,
No.
yeah, we love
Some
parodies, but like we're talking about scary parodies.
Scary parody movies.
Spaceballs is
Scarities.
definitely fucking
Okay,
classic.
Spaceballs.
real
no-
quick, if you
yeah.
like scary movies, I have to give a quick shout out to this series that is not. I don't know if you can find it on any kind of Netflix or any streaming other than YouTube. Have you ever heard of Hell House LLC? Dude. So Hell House is
House
basically like
LLC.
a Blair Witch type, the camera.
Oh,
so,
yeah, it's
stories.
But this is it's such a scary series. Like I'm surprised no anyone knows about it. My friend Candace told me about it. I'm like, I know a lot of scary movies. I've never heard of this. It can't be that good. I watched 1, 2, and 3 and thought each and every one was freaky as hell, and it was great. It's on YouTube. You can get them free on YouTube.
Hell House.
It's called Hell House LLC. Basically, it's about people that do haunts for Halloween. They'll occupy a abandoned house or a store and turn it into a walkthrough for Halloween for people like a haunted house.
Okay.
Well, these people are filming it, and they go to some place outside of New York that's like an old hotel, and they're just like documenting it. But
think I
stuff
did
starts
see that
going
one.
down,
Yeah,
and they show
yeah,
the news
yeah.
report of everyone left. Everyone screamed the opening night and ran out and like, what's going on? What's going on? And then it goes through the whole documentation of them
Yeah.
setting it up, and then opening night everything goes south. And it is so scary, dude. And out of all the scary movie scenes I've ever seen in my life, on the first Hell House, there's 3 of them. On the first Hell House, there's one scene, and I think you'll know when you see it. It ruins me if I think about it when I'm sleeping.
I've seen this
it's
one.
so
I've
bad.
seen this one. Yes. Oh, I saw this a while back.
It's
but yes,
so good,
It is
dude.
really good.
It's
watch
creepy,
that,
dude.
yeah.
The girl, I don't know if you're talking the girl in the bedroom. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. That ruined me, and I can't think about it when I'm sleeping, or I can't sleep. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
wow.
Like I see a lot of
It
scary
keeps
movies.
you up at night?
It ruined. Dude, it's so creepy.
I will have to check that out. That sounds
It's been a
exciting.
while
YouTube,
since I've
just
seen
watch
it, but I
Hell
gotta
House.
watch it
Okay,
again.
I
But
will.
yeah,
I'll look at
I
it.
So-
So good.
remember it.
So you guys are talking about scary movies. What about the disturbing movies? The ones that stick with you for a while.
Oh, like the ones that mind fuck you?
Yeah. I have to say the
Yeah.
one that sticks with me still to this day, and I can't watch it a second time, is Tusk.
Oh God,
Dude, I heard of
That's a
that.
Kevin Smith movie, and
Tusk?
it is
Disturbing. Oh, you
Is
never
that-
seen Tusk?
Oh, watch
Is that
it.
with Haley Joel Osment in that movie?
No.
Hereditary.
The guy-
Oh,
the
yeah. He's in.
Oh,
in
Hereditary is
Yeah.
That one fucked me up.
that one too. But Tusk is
Tusk is-
A24 as well. That made Hereditary.
Dude, yeah.
Oh, okay,
And they also Midsummer.
Midsummer,
yeah.
and The Witch. A24
The Witch.
The
messes,
Witch.
messes you
They
up.
kill it,
And-
dude.
Yeah, those are
Those
See,
stick with you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tusk-
Those are the real scary movies.
What he was talking about, Tusk is basically the guy that plays have you seen the first Jeepers Creepers?
Uh-huh.
You know, the boy at the beginning, the main boy.
Yeah, I forget his name. Justin Long.
Justin
Justin
Long.
Long, yeah.
Justin Long's in
That
it,
was
and basically
Oh, shit.
he runs into this. He wants to he's like he does interviews and documentations and stuff, and documentaries and interviews, and he wants to go to this place in Canada with this guy. He wants to do a documentary with this rich guy in this mansion, and he does it. Well, anyways, the guy ends up capturing him and slowly turning him into a
walrus.
surgically, and it's disturbing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
like Human
disturbing.
Centipede.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Exactly.
I
Yep.
still haven't seen that only because I already
You
know
don't
the
want
scene that everybody talks about. I'm like, I'm good.
Just watch it. So-
Yeah.
I guess when we had BG on this show, he told me that a Serbian film's the worst ever. I'm not gonna see it because he said I don't know if you ever heard of that. I guess it's the most jacked up like horror movie ever. It's called Serbian film. Serbian
Never
film.
heard of
It's
it.
about a guy that gets duped into doing like filming pornographies, but it turns into smut films and stuff. It's like a movie, but like apparently stuff. Yeah, sorry, stuff. And it basically it's a movie. It's like I don't know if it's a horror movie, but it's like a underground scary movie, kind of like Hell House, but it's like super dark and disturbing. He told me some of the details on episode 5 here. And I was like, I think I'll skip on that one.
Serbia film.
I have my
Serbia film.
limits.
Yeah, is that it?
I'm gonna check it.
Oh God, yeah. I think it's a Serbia film or
it's
Serbia film or
Serbia.
Serbian film. One of those. And I'm not gonna check it out. There's some things I hear about, and I'm like, you know what? That'll disturb my soul a little bit. I don't care.
I'm so down.
Oh yeah.
Put it on me.
I don't know, dude.
When I was younger, I used to like totally be all about that. Now I'm kind of just like,
Do I need my? Do I need
I have
that
a
in
limit
my
now.
coming through
Yeah.
my body,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
soul, and getting that in my
Do I
mind?
need that kind of energy?
I know, and
Do I need to be thinking about that all the time?
Yeah.
and I'm guilty because I go to the movies to see this because I like it. It's like a roller coaster. I love the thrill, man. I just
Yeah,
like
you're
the
walking
thrill.
out with this pale look on your face. Like,
I was like,
what
that
the
was so
fuck?
good, but I'm scared to death. Or I'm messed up, but it was so. It was like a roller coaster. Like it scared the shit out of you, but at the same time, it's like that was a thrill. That's
God.
why I love that.
It's
stuff.
funny because my fiance is the one that like will like. I'll be like, hey babe, I'll be in the middle of something. Hey babe, I'll be making myself dinner. Hey, in the meantime, try to find like some movies that we could watch. She's like, all right. She fucking sends me a list of like all these horror movies. I'm like, I'm like not trying to stress out tonight. Like, what about
funny.
like a rom-com or something?
Yeah.
Or
Can
some
we
with
just
good
watch-
action? You know, some explosions.
So it makes me happy when I go to bed.
Yeah.
Can we
I
Good
don't
just watch
wanna
the
ending.
go to bed,
Notebook?
just fucking
Can we just watch the Notebook and be happy?
Yeah, this is- yeah.
I don't mind watching them in the movie theaters or like if she's right there, we can scare each other and just be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But if I'm at home sitting in a dark room by myself
I don't want to do that. I need to go watch 3 hours of
on
Disney
a
Channel after I'm
fucking
done.
work day, on a work day,
What-
I'm good.
Whatever you watch kind of stays with you. So like,
does,
if you're going to
man.
bed and you watch a scary movie and you're like laying there, and you're like, God.
Just that negative vibe, man.
That's why, like you say, throw the Disney Channel on or throw
Yeah.
something on that makes
like
you
I
3
laugh.
hours.
gotta watch
yeah.
something happy now.
Yeah.
I put on like an Adam Sandler comedy,
Or
like
on
Billy
Toy
Madison
Story.
or something
There you
like that, and
go.
I'll be like, okay, here we go.
Life ain't so heck.
Yeah.
Like for me, if I just don't, if I want to go to bed not thinking about like my day or whatever, I legit put on Toy Story.
Oh yeah.
And
wrong
I'll
with
just-
that.
I'll watch a little bit of it. And then just doze off.
Got a friend in me.
Oh, God.
Okay,
You got
so
a friend
speaking of
in
nerding
me.
out,
I
I fucking love Toy Story. Grew up with that shit. That will
great.
always have a
Happy
big
feelings.
place
Oh,
in
yeah.
my heart, dude. So I'm a big Toy Story fanatic.
That's cool.
Um,
The games are cool too.
yeah,
The old game.
the old, yeah, the
On the
Super
Super
Nintendo,
Nintendo?
one.
Yeah.
Or 64, even the 64, yeah.
Yeah. And then I love collecting pops. Now I don't have a huge collection, but whenever I see pop figures, you best know I'm fucking.
Oh,
into, like,
oh,
all right, which
nice.
one can I
Funko Pops?
buy? Yeah,
Oh, dude, I got a bunch too upstairs. I used to have them
I'm
out.
very
I-
selective on
Yeah,
them, though.
me too. I don't just buy them. It has to be something that I relate to. I watch that. I do that. I see that.
And I don't have a lot of
Specific to your
space or room
collection.
to put them, so it's like I'm like I could only.
I love those things.
I
too.
have to really
They're so
fucking
good.
want it.
Those are so good.
My two most recent is fucking Steve Irwin.
Oh, you got to see Rivers.
Nice.
And Mr. Rogers. And the next one I'm getting is Bob Ross.
Yeah,
Nice.
dude.
Nice.
My buddy's got like 3 of them. 3 Bob
Dude.
Ross ones.
Oh,
You
dude,
got-
those are like
you
50
got any of
bucks,
those,
bro.
They're hard to
No,
find now.
I've
Yeah.
been thinking about wanting to start, but
You
I
gotta
did.
get the ones that. See, don't
They're
buy
close
just
to your heart.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
close to
buy
your
the
heart.
ones that relate to what you like. You
Trying to
know,
find-
because
trying to find a
they got
Buckethead one.
so many that you're gonna find something that you like.
Yeah.
Something
You
So-
can easily just go deep in that.
I'm
fucking
sure there's a
rabbit hole.
Resident Evil one. I'm sure there's.
Oh,
some-
yeah.
there's,
yeah,
there-
yeah, yeah,
there's so
yeah.
many.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was the same way. I said I'm not going to get those things. I don't care for them at all.
Same, yeah.
And then I found
got
one that I
one.
liked,
Gosh, dang
which
it.
was a Batman animated series one. I'm
There
like,
you go.
okay, cool. This is the only one I'm going to get. Then I found another one. I'm like, oh, that one's cool. And now I'm like, oh, I
They
want
creep
that one.
up on you.
They do. They all of a sudden now I got
They
like
did it
7.
right, man.
Once you get the first one, you're hooked. and
Yeah,
you,
that's it.
You gotta get them.
Dude,
And I keep telling people, stop getting them for me.
they hooked you. That I don't know. I mean, they're adorable looking. For one thing, they're fucking adorable. You look at them, and you're just like, oh.
And it reminds you of your favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it reminds you of your
Yeah.
favorite things that you like. Like, but here's the thing though. Some people keep them in the box. I take them out. I set them
Yeah,
I keep
yeah.
mine all in the box.
I
bro.
keep mine in the box.
I set mine up.
But I have the only one I don't have in the box, but it's only because I have 2 of them. Is my V for Vendetta one, my Guy Fawkes. I have
Yeah.
one in the box and the other one. I'm just throwing out.
Nice.
Nice, very nice.
But yeah.
Those are,
And
so
then-
yeah, you nerd out on those.
Yeah.
Yeah, start that. Yeah.
We'll see.
Get one.
I'll
Just
think
get
about
one.
it.
Get one for his birthday or something. Or give him one. And then
Once
he'll
you
be like,
start,
right.
that's how it begins.
Yeah.
I got my fiance all hooked on them now too.
Yeah, I like taking them out of the box and like holding them, feeling like I don't care about reselling later. I'm just like,
Yeah.
See, even he's like, oh, he's cute.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, funny enough, like growing up, my brother actually used to do something similar to that, but it was with the Todd McFarlane toys, like the Spawn toys.
I got
Yeah,
a bunch
yeah,
of
yeah,
them.
those
I have
were
a
sick.
bunch of them.
I've
I have a
always
bunch
wanted
of
the
them.
Metallica ones, man.
Yeah.
the Todd
Do you know
McFarlane
what
ones.
I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I've always wanted that.
They're rare now.
With
They're
the
so
spawn
much.
figures that are like
Yeah.
realistic looking.
Mhm.
Like, oh
yeah,
those
and
are
like they got like different versions of the Hell Spawn, and then for a while I also do build. I used to build the Gundam.
Yep.
model
Oh,
kits.
yep.
Those were-
I have
that was my
I
shit,
had a
dude.
whole bunch of those.
Only thing I build are Legos.
Legos are
That's
sick.
another.
There's
That's another
no-
nerdy
there's
thing.
nothing
I
wrong
nerd
with
out.
Legos.
I nerd out. Oh, not Legos. Lego. Yeah. I big Lego nerd.
Yeah.
Love it.
Did you ever like play with like the Bionicles from Lego?
No, that was way
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
my.
Those
that was
went
after
hard,
my.
dude.
Way, yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
I still have like from the first generation up to like the third generation. It's kept in a box somewhere.
Nice.
I'm waiting for them to like I have all the
they're,
Bull Rock.
they're coming
the
back.
Roxy.
They're gonna come
Yeah,
back.
I'm waiting, dude. We'll see. It
It
was
yeah.
a movie
It was
series.
an animated
was.
series too.
Yeah, and it's pretty dope.
They
Again,
were like the Lego action figures.
Yeah, they're like Power Rangers for Legos essentially. It was dope, dude. It was super
Lego.
dope.
Yeah,
Had a comic.
I nerd
all
out on
that.
a bunch of little things, man, like that. But and then just music production, Pro Tools and software and instruments and all that.
Freaking nerd.
Yeah.
Nerd.
I don't know. That's
No, dude,
pretty
that's
much-
awesome. Well, that's all I want to know. I want to know what you guys like to nerd out to, because that stuff kind of keeps us going sometimes.
You gotta.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to just always keep that little bit of,
Childlike.
Yeah,
child,
it's a childhood. Yeah.
the inner child. Always keep your inner child fed.
Mhm.
Because the moment you lose that, I feel like you've lost all innocence. You're just empty person, man. And I don't know. It's
It
important
keeps you
to-
grounded to reality.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
Mhm. I concur.
Absolutely. Going back to any of you guys, anything else you want to nerd out? You want us to move along? I think we nerded out.
I know. Outside of
let-
music and that, I'm not really much of an interesting person.
No, dude. Okay, dude. None of us are. Andrew, anything like you want? Like you've been nerding out. How about this lately? What you been nerding out on? Let's do that.
Oh Jesus! What? Okay.
Oh boy.
So yeah,
the couch
we're
can
getting
turn
into
top.
the I can talk. So no,
Man.
so the thing that I'm getting into now is I just got it for my birthday. My wife got it for me for my birthday.
Oh.
It's the NECA gargoyle sets
The what?
from Gargoyles. Remember
What?
the cartoon Gargoyles?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cartoon.
Yeah, that's a 7-inch figure with like these huge wings, fully detailed.
What?
This thing is sick.
Who is it? Is it Goliath?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, and I've been looking at all of them, and I'm like, I want all these.
Dude, that's sick. That looks like,
Oh, they're badass looking. I was like, this thing is dope.
Yeah, I feel like it's funny. I'll go back on Disney Plus and watch that, and like listening to like the main intro, I'm like, dude, man, this is how like little baby goths are started.
Yeah.
Like just the music to like the way like it all is, like how dark the story is and all. I'm like, dude, this is a great show.
It was.
Little baby
It
goth.
was
Little
so
goth.
mature
Yeah.
for its time.
I have
really
to go
was.
back and rewatch it because
It's
I
really
vaguely
good.
remember, but
Dude, I mean, some of the seasons, like it was like 4 seasons, but they're so long.
Yeah,
But
60
some
episodes.
Yeah, but some of the episodes are just so into like majorly adult themed stuff, and you're kind of like, this was a '90s Disney cartoon.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
wow. I mean, watching it as a kid, you didn't really understand it, but now you're like, as an adult, you're like, damn, this was deep.
Yeah, you know what? TV show recently has been doing that I think does a great job is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That show's amazing. It even got like a Peabody Award because it was like talking about like such like interesting deep topics like that while still being a kid show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
I think it really stems from Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, I concur. Yeah, as
Avatar: Last
yeah.
Airbender.
yeah,
never seen it.
as a
Oh, you're missing out.
oh yeah, you are. It's a good anime cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
But like he was
never
saying,
got
the Batman part. Yeah, I mean,
You don't like Batman? What are you talking about?
yeah, I don't like I don't like Batman. Yeah, yeah. Who's Batman? No, but no, yeah, I agree. Yeah, Batman the Animated Series was pretty dark for an early '90s cartoon as well.
Nice.
Very, very like the episodes.
I like those series. That was a cool. I grew up with that.
Oh, I did
Batman
too.
Beyond was. Oof,
Oh yeah,
that
I
was nuts.
love
That
that.
was freaking great.
It's all like The Rock
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
too,
I could hear the theme song right now.
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah,
pretty sick.
So good. I mean, it's one of the iconic themes to a cartoon. Yes, rest in peace,
Rest in
Kevin
peace,
Conroy.
Kevin
Yeah.
Conroy.
But
Good
other
stuff.
than that, I mean, other than gaming, I literally got bored and was like, you know what, I'm gonna get a new game just for the hell of it. It was like Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Oh, nice.
I saw that last night. I'm like, it's like for $12 online. I'm like, I'm gonna get it. Why not? Just so I can nerd out and play a game. And other than music and all that other stuff that I
Yeah.
usually do, I mean, it's kind of what I've been geeking out on stuff
Nice.
lately.
I mean, not that anyone cares, but for me though, nerding out lately, I'm just like, I can't get to video games. I'm too busy for that. I love video games, but somehow, same thing. I find my way to my laptop here, and I'll be playing StarCraft or playing
Nice.
Warcraft, like just
Yeah.
the war strategy games.
Bullshit. It's Hello Kitty Island.
Hey, the old StarCraft, dude.
Minecraft.
Like, yeah,
Minecraft.
no, not Minecraft.
Hey,
but
Minecraft is
StarCraft,
actually a
you guys
crazy
heard of that,
game.
right? StarCraft, the old
Yeah, I've heard
war
of StarCraft,
strategy
yeah.
game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like from '98. It's like the remastered version, so it looks okay. And I just play here for fun, just to go have a war against someone else in the country and just play here. And I was like, oh,
Kinda disconnect a little bit.
blow them up.
Yeah, exactly.
But I
It's a good way to get
I
lost.
love nerding out if I can, but like, God, anymore, I'm like, I just. With all my with working and just with everything else we're doing, like I wish I could do it more. I think one day I'll be able to really tap into my my nerd a little bit more. I do like to read.
Once you find a hobby, man. I
I need to
mean,
read
shit.
more.
I mean, comics all day. That's one of my
Oh, really?
all-time guilty. Oh, dude, I got thousands of comic books.
Jeez.
And I'm just now getting my 9-year-old nephew into comic books.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's
I've always struggled with comics. Not I love
you have
like
to
the
find
characters
one
in them,
you like.
but I'm saying like just I know I'll get crucified for this, but like just the style of the book, like I think it's cool, but at the same time, like I just have to watch like the movies. or
Again,
something,
a lot
I
of
don't know.
that's actually
That's just
a
me.
common thing with a lot of people with comic books is it's the panels.
Yeah.
They can't really focus because it's all over the place. There is a technique if you read it from left to right on each page, it'll
Yeah.
help. But most people, like for instance, my wife, she's like, I can't read them, and I'm like, I know. She's all into regular hardcore, books, and I'm like, yeah, but to me, comics is just it's just one of those
I
things.
get
It's
it, totally.
yeah, to to have fun and read, and
Mm-hmm.
it again, when I read a Batman comic today, I still hear Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill's voice doing the characters.
Yeah.
And that again, it puts you into a whole different imagination.
Definitely.
Heck yeah.
I
So-
can see that. Absolutely. And yeah, and we always like to do this nerd out segment because it kind of lets us get off from music for a second just to see what everyone's doing. And then, but With that said, guys, I know it's getting late, huh? It's getting it's 10:07 p.m. So,
Is it? Oh,
yeah,
no
dude.
way, dude.
So let's we're not gonna just like slice it here.
My ride's barely on her
Wow.
way, and she's got at least 45 minutes. So
Okay,
we
then
got-
we're good. Okay, y'all stick around. We got
My
45 more
Uber.
minutes. I'm just kidding. I wonder if we're gonna hit 3 hours a day. Probably, maybe. You know. What?
Maybe.
Freebird.
Yeah, if you want a beer, it's called ESC Gill Freebird.
Oh, Freebird.
Who's gonna give me a free beer? Beer.
Oh, dude, there's only one more.
Oh no.
Andrew, you got any more?
I got one in.
Oh,
the
cool.
fridge,
We got to
I think.
fight for it.
No, I got one for you, but I'm gonna get one for him.
I got one. I got one.
Thank you,
I
brother.
still got one in the fridge.
Can,
It's in there.
you have one for me or no? For you?
Uh,
Oh no. Oh, that's what I meant.
Hey, I
We might have to share that because I don't.
was
have
gonna say, I
any more.
go to my
Like I said-
fiance and be like, hey,
Thank you, sir.
do a beer run.
Wow.
What's that?
beer
Yeah.
run.
Oh, you haven't drank it? Oh, you're the sweetest. Thank you, brother.
Sweetest.
Okay, now I finally get to open a can right here.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate
There
that.
you go.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Taste the Rocky Mountains, dude. Oh, can we get the music behind it? Drink Coors Light.
It's just Sam Elliott. You ever drink piss out of a steel can?
I wasn't gonna go there. I wasn't gonna go there with it.
Steel can.
Yeah,
Drink Coors
drink
Light.
Coors Light.
Dude.
Were you there? What was it? I think it was a beer that was very frothy, and I did a Belgium dip in it.
What?
Whoa, what's a
What the
Belgian
fuck is
dip?
a Belgian
Sounds
dip?
like something the Urban Dictionary would help us with.
I'm a little
Yeah,
frightened.
he
Yeah,
knows.
yeah,
He
yeah,
knows
yeah.
a Belgium dip. It's how they drink it in
Explain
Belgium.
what's a Belgian dip.
What is that from Austin
Austin
Powers?
Powers.
Oh yeah. I know that. I didn't know if that was a real thing or
Lord.
from the movie.
Belgium dip. Yeah, no. Anytime
Okay.
there's something frothy, dude, I have to Belgium dip it. Like if I know it's gonna end up all on my face, I'm just like, here we go. And I just like, yeah.
TWSS, but
Yeah.
Dude, my girl thinks it's fucking hilarious. That's the only reason why I do it now.
Oh my god,
Damn.
dude, yeah. So cheers. Hey, how's your
Your
beers
shitty beer.
going?
got one more left.
Yeah. Now do a commercial for.
Hey, you be okay to drive with those 0% alcohol beers?
Yeah,
You know,
dude.
if
I
one
think
more of
you've
these
had-
shows
I
up,
think
I might
you've
have a
had-
problem.
I think you've had enough, sir.
So you know, the reason I got this is because I saw the dragon on it, and I was thinking, wait, is this the same like brand that makes Dragon's Milk? And I'm like,
Oh,
"Ah,
dude.
let's try it.
Dragon's Milk is the best.
Yeah,
More
it's
like
so good.
that tastes more like dragon's ass.
Dragon's
Yeah.
ass. I'd still eat that.
I would say something else, but
Listen to that non-alcoholic. Oh man.
Got my eye.
that is just so
That is
harsh.
Well, we should have.
Non-alcoholic.
We should have been like.
This is
That was more like
yeah,
the right.
that
the
should not
proper-
be when you open it.
No, that's how you open a non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah.
I wonder if they actually have like an alcoholic beer.
Or is that the
We'll
sound that
see.
a White Claw makes?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, come March we start drinking beers. Look for that beer. The
Surreal
real beer. Yeah.
Surreal Brewing Company. They have like an alcoholic version.
I think a White Claw's like.
I don't know
Oh my
because with the name surreal, I feel like they're not alcoholic. You know, it's like it's surreal. It's almost like I'm drinking the real thing.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't think.
I
I
love
don't think-
seltzers. I'm just talking shit because it's the cool thing to do.
It's the cool thing to do.
I actually almost came in with
I
a
like doing street
Lagunitas hot
seltzers.
professors.
It's the first time I've actually
Yeah,
had
those
beer.
are
in
Yeah,
a
that's
while.
those are not bad. Those are good beers.
Right.
That thing you said, remember the very first episode you were on some other guy's show and you said something about Heineken or something?
Wait, about Coors Light having a bite?
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
A bite.
It does.
Anyone watching, I want to let you know, don't drink Bud Light. Drink Coors Light because it has the bite.
It is
Has a
crispy.
No, it's like I had the weirdest like analogy.
I was like, what is the reference that you drop on?
Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Like I always felt like Coke
Oh,
has a
shit.
bite, Pepsi smoother. That's the same thing with Bud Light and Coors Light. Coors Light's like the Coca-Cola, and then Bud Light's like the Pepsi. I know it's so
Holy
stupid.
shit!
These are-
No, that makes
You-
perfect
are you
fucking
seeing
sense.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Like my
so
mind just
weird.
got blown because that's
Yeah.
a perfect way to
So
put
I
it.
always connect Coke and Coors Light, and then
Ah.
Pepsi and Bud Light because those are smoother beers, and then the Coke and
Wait.
Coors Light have a more of
Wait,
a
who
bite. I
bottles
don't
this?
care what you
Wait,
say.
Who bottles this?
Coca-Cola
This-
Company.
Is it Anheuser-Busch?
This everybody
that's what
listening.
Jersey-
This everybody listening is Mike's drunk discussions.
No,
when
I'm
he's
not. I'm not
fucked up.
drunk. I've had like four
No,
beers.
I'm saying yeah, but no. When you're like gone, this is your discussions.
Oh, it's
I've
real.
had plenty of these with you.
It's real life, though. It's real life.
It's real life.
He's trying to tell
You know what I'm talking about.
Pepsi or Coke.
For a light beer, it has a zip and a bite to it.
It does not. It does not drink like a light beer.
It does not. It has like a spark to it that's not like a light beer. I
Right.
don't care what you say. Drink the Rocky Mountains, guys.
Drink the mountain.
Hell yeah.
I swear, if I took snow off one of these mountains, if I go to Colorado, take snow off the mountain, and I melt it, I probably taste like this.
You can probably get drunk off of their fucking.
Yeah.
Snows, Coors Light up there. Up in the
And I'm
Rocky
gonna listen to
Mountains.
John Denver while I'm doing it, and it's
You're
gonna be
drinking,
amazing.
Mike. I'm sorry. It's trout piss. It really is.
Trout piss.
It's called
Trucker's piss.
It's called marathon beer. It's called pacer beer. You're not supposed to get drunk fast. You're
It's
supposed
called
to
98%
enjoy it.
water.
You enjoy your.
That's how you hydrate.
Okay,
Stay
if
That's a
hydrated.
hydrate
If I
beer.
had this much beer, I mean, I've only had like 5, but if I had 5 IPAs, I'd be all slurring right now. I mean, I slur naturally, but like this is like
Yeah, space dust.
Oh,
Should we
Legion?
talk about space
Legion?
dust?
no.
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 Okay, so can I bring up the
Elysian is it?
I can
Yeah, Elysian space dust.
go in the space dust. I can bring Elysian. I can
have
bring
no
up
idea.
this correlates to the Rammstein story.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
Google it.
earlier. So he's not here anymore. Brent, who's in here, our roommate, he had Rammstein tickets in August, and
Rammstein.
had got him for his birthday. And he said, "Mike, you want to go?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want to see Rammstein in
I went.
LA at the
Coliseum.
Coliseum. You were there,
Yep.
dude.
My
It was
fiance was really
amazing show, huh?
Fuck. Honestly, before that, I was like, oh, Du Haas, and those one hits,
Dude,
right?
no, they have so many good songs.
Well,
Oh,
I became a fucking fan after I saw them live. I was like, I get it. I fucking love them.
no. Dude,
Alright.
you can throw Du Haas out the window and still love every
Oh,
song.
dude,
There's
yeah.
so many.
Every song that I fucking heard, I was just like, how the fuck have I not heard this already?
Yeah.
Cool.
Dude, Ostlander's a badass
That's a
song.
newer one, but
yeah,
that's
but it's
good.
still a good song. And then Engel, that's a great song.
Angle.
Okay.
So we're going to Rammstein, and we just played. Me and Mark have an acoustic duo that we played. We played at a winery up the street, and it was outside. Good crowd. It was a great show. We played a bunch of 90s covers. It was hot as hell, dude. It was like 100 degrees, and we sweated, and we were drinking wine the whole day. But I wasn't like drunk, but had a good feeling, but sweating all day. So you know how hot days and alcohol go.
Yeah.
And then Brent picks me up, and I'm still cool. I'm not drunk or anything, but on the way to Rammstein, we know the drinks
What
are
was
gonna.
that?
What's this?
Oh, we figured out how to pronounce it.
Elysian.
Oh, Elysian.
Oh, like collision, but Elysian.
Elysian.
So we're
Thank
going
you,
to-
Google Translate.
So
Now we know.
all the beers at the Coliseum are like $20. Not even joking. So like
Yeah.
I know that if
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a good concert,
Go
I'm
with an
gonna
IPA.
pregame.
Yeah.
So
Or-
we stopped at a gas station, and I was like, "What do we got?" I'm looking at the open the
Wait,
fridge.
if you're in LA, dude, you could pregame as you're walking to the fucking
I know, but I didn't know. So
On the train.
while Brent's driving to
bus.
LA from here, I'm literally like, I bought a space dust, which is like 9% or something.
Yeah.
And
9.6.
it's 5. No, it's more than that.
It's like 9.6.
Oh, 9. I thought you said 5.
No,
9.6, yes.
9. It's 9, but
Yeah.
9.6.
So we're driving, and I'm doing good, and I'm sitting there, I'm sipping. By the time we got to the Coliseum and parked, I had all 6 beers down, and I'm lit, dude.
Oh,
I'm like, all 6
Yeah.
down. And that was like an hour
I
drive.
just heard
Oh,
Brett.
yeah.
Where's
Fuck!
Brent? Is Brent here? Yeah. It was like, where is he?
I heard someone go, oh, shit.
8.2.
Oh, yeah. So I had 6, and we got to Coliseum.
Two of
and
these in one fucking.
I was
bottle.
already in happy mode, like
Nice.
Rammstein, and I made his life hell. I feel bad. He was babysitting the whole night. I had a guy next to me.
I've
that
heard
was-
the
We had a
story.
guy solo at the concert. Like I enjoyed it from what I remember, and it was great. Brent just wanted to view it, so I was kind of a hassle with him, and we can laugh about it now, I think. But anyways, so like we're rocking out, like we're not far from the stage, but we're in the stands, and I'm like so into. I'm like, this is sick. I'm getting into it, and I'm like, Brent, this is so cool, and he's like, yeah. And the guy next to me, I'm like, dude, isn't this cool? And I'm like trying to hype him up,
Yeah.
and this guy next to me was like by himself, and he was just like a super introvert, just watching. He didn't want to like rock out or anything. He just wanted to watch, and I feel bad because like he paid that ticket. He deserves to do
Yeah.
one. I'm one trying to like be pumped. Oh, yeah. And he was getting annoyed that I kept wanting to like party in the stands. Well, I get it. I mean, he's not that type. And then to one point, I'm like, dude, this is sick, isn't it? I'm like trying to like shake. I'm like, get into it, bro. I'm
Mike
doing
was that guy.
I'm that social
He
guy.
was that guy.
And what happened? He literally looked at me, and goes, "I'll kill you."
oh,
I'm like, I go,
Oh, you're one of those.
It's like Jeffrey Dahmer next to me, maybe. So And then, anyways, I look at Brent and I'm like, "Hey, Brent." I was like, "Hey, dude, like," and Brent's by.
We gotta go.
Brent is by. He's by the steps. Like he wanted to be on the steps so he could go to the bathroom if he wanted to. He doesn't want people on both sides of him. So he was kind of frustrated. I was like, "Brent, can we switch?" He's like, "Well, I kind of wanted this seat for a reason." I'm like, "I know, but the guy next to me just said he's gonna kill me." So Brent like moves over and I'm sitting there and then finish the night off, and then I got lost later on, and Brent was like, it was like an hour. He would have to tell a story
Again,
to get it right.
Mike was that guy.
Yeah, and so I kind of like, I didn't ruin the night for Brent, but I think I kind of I made him. I was a pain in the ass for him, and I feel bad. But I promised him next time we go to a concert, I'm gonna not get like that.
As
Liddy McGritty.
And there's more to the story. He'd have to tell it, but
Like I said, if you look at the picture on the can, it says it all. I mean, you'll be spitting space.
oh yeah, it shows that guy puking. Basically.
Yeah,
on the
that's
front.
you. That's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
That's gonna be you within 6
2 of those,
hours.
and I'm like, I'm good. I'm good for
Yeah,
the
dude,
rest of the
yeah.
night.
The picture on the front shows a little hop dude puking. I mean, he's not puking. It's stuff coming
He's
out of his mouth.
blowing
He's basically-
space.
He's blowing
He's
spew, dude.
puking.
He's spewing, dude.
I don't know if you
This too
guys.
could be you.
I don't know if you guys like micheladas, but actually,
I
I have to be in the mood.
Elysian in a
I
michelada.
already forgot the fucking.
In a michelada is actually
Elysian.
pretty good.
Elysian.
Elysian. Elysian. Yeah, it's like collision, but Elysian.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Elysian in a michelada is actually pretty freaking bomb.
Really?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
The
I
hops,
gotta
the
try
hops
that.
mix well with everything.
I think we're gonna have to do that.
I like to hop on that. What?
Oh.
Damn you, Coors Light.
I haven't had enough of
Dude,
these.
the power of Coors Light is taking over.
With the
power
put in there
Coors
beer.
Compels you. Was that
Compels you.
the power of Coors compels you.
You know what? Actually, really quick, I totally forgot. My apologies. My
No,
apologies.
no
But
apologies.
speaking of like micheladas and like Bloody Marys, we actually also are. We have a sponsorship with our friend Papa Rhino.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, we gotta plug in Papa
Yeah,
Rhino,
Papa
who makes
Rhino.
amazing
Bloody Mary mixes, essentially.
Yeah, it's michelada Bloody Mary. You can put that
Yeah.
shit in your food, and it's just fucking
It is
in
amazing.
your
Nice.
ceviche.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking good.
ceviche.
Dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out.
Papa Rhino.
By
Check
the
him
way,
out.
we haven't gotten some in a while. Like I feel like
We need to go.
you know, honestly, I think the only reason I haven't hit him up about it is because I'm trying to keep sodium is a little
That's
high. and
right,
I'm trying to keep my
yeah.
sodium
Yeah.
level low.
They're great for after a night of drinking, though.
But for yeah.
yeah.
So check them out, Papa Rhino.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, can I be honest though? Isn't Bloody Marys just getting ridiculous these days? Like everyone keeps building them now these
I
days.
love
it's,
it.
It's like
I'm
a
not
pizza
hating
with a pickle,
fried
and then a hot
chicken.
dog, fried chicken, and then a popsicle, and then I'm just kidding. But like,
If my
it's like,
Bloody
what the
Mary
hell?
does not come with a meal on it, I don't fucking want it.
No, but they
So
keep
good.
upping
Slice
it.
of
And, like,
cheese.
what's it gonna be? Like it just keeps building, and eventually it's gonna be like a big mountain of food, and then like a little bit of liquid down.
I
there.
know, right?
Dude, I think it was Vegas. I
It's
got
not even
one.
the alcohol
and it
anymore?
had like a fucking buffalo wing, some a shrimp,
sandwich.
fucking a slider, bacon, obviously. You know,
That's
I was
amazing.
just like,
Nice.
that's fucking yeah. So I was like, you can take my entree back. Fucking,
Yeah,
this is the meal right here.
So speaking of Bloody Marys, this is a story that about me and my dad going to Pomona Drag Strip, and he was like, "You want to get a Bloody Mary?" I'm like, "Well, it's 9 a.m. Fuck, why not? We're at a racetrack."
Yeah.
So we're there, and we go up to the counter, and the chick, she's there. She goes, "We like, yeah." My dad's like, "God, 2 Bloody Marys." I've never seen so much vodka go into a Bloody Mary in my life.
gosh.
Shit was like this much vodka, and that much bloody.
Yep.
I'm like,
That's the
and
best
my
kind.
dad's like,
That's a Bloody Maria.
he goes, "Yeah, we're gonna have fun today." I'm like,
Yeah.
so yeah, again, so there's, yeah, you were saying there's meals, and then you get those type of Bloody Marys,
yeah.
where it's not even it's not even bloody, it's just all Mary.
all vodka
Yeah,
and
it's
then
all
like
Mary.
one little tomato drop.
Yep.
There it was like
like
a
a
shot.
squirt of ketchup.
It was like a complete,
Little ketchup
complete
packet, right?
reverse.
If my fiance could have a Bloody Mary, that's what she would probably want.
Yeah, that's what my dad said. My dad's like, "No, this is a Bloody Mary."
Nice. Those are great in the morning, dude. I love those.
Oh, all right, guys. Well, I guess we can move on, y'all, in the set list. So, that was the nerd out segment. I think we really did nerd out there. We got a lot done.
Yeah, that was
that was a
cool.
good segment. dude.
When you talk about a person, talk to a person about his passions, and you're gonna fucking.
Oh, dude.
Well, if you talk to a
Try to shut
nerd
'em
about
up.
his passions,
Yeah, yeah.
you
Yeah,
got
yeah,
stories
yeah,
for
exactly.
hours.
There you go.
All right, so let's get to the next segment of the set list. We're gonna go. We have 2 more. We have extra. It's called extra Q&A. What? Extra.
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 Wow.
Just like
That
extra
unlocks
Q&As,
memories.
We can jump back basically to anything that we already talked about. That if anyone has a question, I have a question. Might be a little more serious.
I got a couple.
So I want them to do it, and then I might hit you guys with a couple serious ones at the end.
Sure.
Cool. So yeah, Andrew, you said you got one. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I got a couple, but the first one I want to ask is I've been checking you guys out for a while, and I love your guys' stuff. You guys
Thanks, man.
you guys
Appreciate
are great. And I recently was watching you guys on YouTube, and I watched your video for, let's see, what was it? Shoot, hold on.
Probably Journey Home.
Journey Home, that's it. Yeah, Journey Home. Sorry.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, Journey Home, and I noticed I knew the location because I'm watching the video and I go, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I know where that's at.
Yeah.
It was at Scandia, right?
No,
it wasn't.
No.
What?
Castle Park.
Yeah, right there
What?
in Riverside. Not
Yeah,
that
Riverside.
You
dumb.
gotta be, dude! I thought it was Scandia off the
Yeah.
15. I was
Very
tripping.
similar,
It was
though.
Castle Park, huh?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Wow.
The golf course, man.
Yeah, the
That
golf
was fun.
course. I was like, okay, yeah, that's got to be Scandia because it was off the 15. You can see the freeway in the background.
Yeah, now close though. I mean, we try to keep it IE. You know,
Yeah.
I'm from Orange County. I grew up and I was born and raised in Orange County. But moving up here, honestly, was probably one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me. My hometown. You know, I consider Riverside and the IE my hometown now, even though I am from Anaheim. Riverside just the IE in general
Mm-hmm.
I hear
has
you.
this total different vibe. That
Oh, it does.
I grew up here.
Mhm.
I moved over here when I was 17, 18. I feel like I am who I am today because of Riverside and moving out here. Now, me as a child, you know, in Orange County, like, yeah, it was all right. Oh, here's where I built my character.
See,
Yeah.
I agree with you
Gotcha.
110% on that.
And the people here are fucking beautiful people. You know, I love it out here.
It's a good area, man.
And just the area is also cool. You got the fucking snow up over here in Big Bear or fucking, you
Dude,
know, right.
It's right in the middle, and you get access to kind of
Oh,
everything.
yeah. Being in the IE, you're directly in the middle of everything. You can go to the beach, you can go to the
Yeah.
mountains, you can go to the desert, you can go.
And to
To
be
the
honest,
city.
Everything's within just
Yeah.
an hour drive.
If
Yeah.
you know, to be honest with you, if money wasn't an option, I still wouldn't move into LA or anything. I'd rather just live. out
I
here,
wouldn't.
you know?
Fuck no.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck. I
Nice to visit,
yeah.
not to live there.
hate is a strong word, so I can't say I hate LA.
No.
I just can't stand fucking driving out there.
No
And
shit.
I just like there's so many things that
Totally,
grind my
dude.
gears when I'm over there.
You know what grind
I
my
hate
gears?
playing.
Totally.
Now that I do say I hate playing LA. I
Oh,
just
yeah,
because
I get it.
it's just.
I can see it, dude. I see it. Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Coming from small town Iowa, I see it. I see it.
But
I definitely would like the opportunity to play LA because you've had the chance
Exactly,
to.
yeah.
I haven't.
yeah,
yet.
yeah, no.
Wait,
I get
wait,
it.
wait, wait, wait,
Well,
wait,
then
wait,
you
wait,
need to
wait,
learn.
wait.
You
You
need
haven't
to
played
learn.
LA
I
yet?
do need to see how much it sucks.
Wait,
I need to learn.
Wait, you haven't?
Wow.
I don't
No
think I've.
way.
Okay, you know, actually, I played the B52 club when it was Bordners, but that was with another band. That was actually a
Borders
pretty.
is cool.
That was actually
Oh,
a really
Borders
great
is a
So
experience.
you haven't
badass
done whiskey, you
bar.
haven't done Viper Room.
Borders is a great
All right, we
bar.
gotta get you there. Even if it's just a
club.
poppy cherry.
They had
say.
what's it that goth club?
Bar Sinister.
Dude, I want to go there.
Dude, Bar Sinister is still badass. I've been there a couple times with my buddy. It's a goth bar. It gets a little crazy on certain nights, but
Hell yeah.
Mondays is Blue Mondays, and that's a full 80s night. It's such a cool place to go at that time. And then, like I said, you go over there and have a few drinks there. Then you go next door to Brodner's. Oh, it's like authentic, old school, you know, kind of underground LA
Dance,
type of
man.
feel. Yeah.
Like I mean, and LA has its beauty, you know. It has like it's
Yeah.
it's like there's I'm not there's times where I thought, you know what, it'd be cool to go to Hollywood, just walk around, shoot the shit.
Hollywood.
Hollywood, yeah, Hollywood, dude. My favorite parts in Hollywood have to be Beale House, and
Which I've never been to yet. I still
you
wanna
gotta-
go.
That's
I've never been
right.
there either.
Oh, you guys gotta fucking go. It's
Gotta
like a
go.
Tim Burton.
I've
theme
heard.
bar.
Oh, that's the Tim Burton bar. Yeah,
Yeah.
my wife wants to go.
Alyssa took us there. You know, Alyssa
You've
Daly,
been?
Jace.
You've been?
Francis. I've been, and
What the
it was
fuck?
cool.
It's awesome.
It is expensive though.
It's expensive.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's expensive. I've
think-
heard.
I think
I mean,
but
anywhere you
wanna
go,
go.
though, it's gonna cost you a pretty
I
penny.
think you're gonna for just the meal alone. You're gonna. It's like a.
Oh, you ate there? I've never eaten there.
Oh
I
yeah.
just go
Oh
and
yeah.
Get drunk.
Shit.
Yeah. We
I
had a
get
meal
drunk.
and everything.
I just buy drinks.
I'm pretty sure with one
eat
beer,
drinks.
you have to get the whole the whole thing. They don't. You
I'm
can't just
surprised
buy
you
one
guys
thing.
got a fucking reservation because you got to get
Yeah,
that
it was
shit
for
in
her
advance.
birthday. Yeah, no, I had a good time there, but I had to actually pay for another friend there because she didn't have money and no one knew that. So I ended up paying, which is fine. So I ended up paying like 100 and something. 160 or something, which is whatever. But like, I was like, damn it. Like, but anyways, you have to get the appetizer. You can't get just one thing. You have to get the whole thing.
Yeah.
Dessert too. So I think for one person it comes like 80 something.
For a special occasion, by all means, I think it's definitely
but
you're gonna spend the money.
You're not
gonna spend the money.
You're not gonna go eat there on lunch break. I don't
Nah,
think,
fuck
so.
no. But it's cool to go. Like if you take a group of people, which we have, which I need to fucking do that with you. We used to go
Jackie's birthday.
head up there and just drink in the club or drink in the bar and just hang out and shoot the shit. You know, like
Nice.
Hollywood is a cool
I do-
place, but for
Well,
only so long.
Another cool spot to go to in Hollywood that's great is the hotel.
Cantina?
No, that's one. But the Roosevelt Hotel.
I haven't been there yet, but
That
yeah,
is
it's like right
just
there.
so cool, chill. Actually, Mike, I need to talk to you about that because they do acoustic shows there.
Ooh, we have a good show.
Yes, I know.
That's where Marilyn Monroe used to live.
Exactly.
Really,
Dude,
Yeah,
but
okay.
the bar is just so chill. You walk in, you sit down at a table,
We'll play.
and they'll bring you. They'll come and bring you a menu. And they drink. Last time I went with my buddy, there was a girl doing an acoustic show, and I'm sitting there going, "They could do this here."
Whoa.
But man, but the drink. I mean,
I'd be
it's
down.
a little on the little bit of the price side, but it's L.A.
It's like the Rainbow
You know-
or something. Like, or
No. Like I said, the Roosevelt Hotel is like old school, like
Oh.
old L.A.
Old
you know,
Hollywood.
like
Old Hollywood.
you
Yeah,
know,
it's haunted.
40s. Yeah, and it's haunted. Is right.
cool.
Oh, for
40s
sure.
L.A.
You hear about
style.
the mirror there?
Yeah.
Wait, a mirror? We look into it and like.
Well,
There's
a
so
lot of
many stories out of the Roosevelt. It's insane.
Okay.
So one of
okay,
my
we
other
gotta go.
big nerding out things. I know we're already past the segment, but I fucking listen to true crime murder podcasts like a fucking
Dude, high five.
Wait,
High
Mr.
five.
Ballin. Hey,
High five.
hey, Mr. Ballin.
No.
Oh, you gotta watch Mr. Ballin.
Right now I've been on this one Morbid. I actually pay $5 a month.
Morbid.
To, what is it? Sword and Scale.
Sport.
Sword and Scale is pretty good.
fucking-
Oh, it's
yeah,
not.
and then also Last Podcast on the Left.
Nice.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
listened to that. They're
Yeah.
good. They're good.
But yeah, and then just a bunch of different ones. That,
Oh, sick, dude.
but I love the paranormal. I love true
Same here.
crime.
I think we all
I'm,
like that.
yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
paranormal fan, big time.
Dude, if you like
Aliens do exist.
uh,
Yep, they
Fight
do.
me.
there's a
I agree
YouTube
with you.
channel that I like. They recently did like a meet and greet in Las Vegas for Halloween last year, but it's called Mindseat TV.
Oh, I love those guys.
Dude, they're
Oh,
so
so
good.
good.
I
I
heard
watch
about
their
it, I've heard
episodes
about it.
every week.
Remember that one I showed you about the one episode where like they go to the house like out in like some like random like I've shown you the episode
on
before.
YouTube, right?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is
I
that the
saw it.
cabin in the woods where they actually see the
Oh,
shadow
yeah, I need to
running
watch
in the
that part.
distance?
Something I don't know. It was like these people. There was one where like there was like this couple and they were buried on the property.
Oh
or
yeah.
something. I don't know, but it was pretty cool. But that's another good one.
Dude, San Diego has a fucking hell of a haunted ass fucking
Oh, yeah.
location. The something house, can't remember, but I didn't know. I would pass by it many times. I'd take pictures near it. The Haley,
I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the name either.
yeah. And when I was listening to this podcast and I was telling like the story, and then it said, "Oh, in San Diego," I was like, "Wait a minute!" So I looked it up. I looked at the picture. I was like, "Holy shit! I've passed that so many fucking times."
Whaley House Museum.
Whaley House.
Whaley,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah, that's it.
And so for Mother's Day, I took my girl and my mom and her kids, and I was like, "Babe, that's the house. That's the house." And I saw that they were doing tours. Like,
We're doing this.
you down?
We're doing
She's
this now.
so she's like, "Fucking," she's already in the fucking store buying us a ticket. I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah.
And it's a trip, dude. The Whaley House,
Whaley
yeah.
House.
Not as scary as the Winchester House.
Oh, Winchester Mansion. would
The
be
Winchester,
Winchester Mansion.
yeah,
Heard of
but
it?
that's another one you got to book like almost like a year in
It's in
advance.
Santa Cruz.
At Santa Cruz, I
Dude,
want to do
I
that.
wanna do
all that.
Cool.
All that kind of stuff is like it's thrilling. Again, like it's just, dude. Okay, you said something about a mirror and it piqued my interest. What about this mirror?
That's at the
That's
Roosevelt.
That's at the Roosevelt
What-
Hotel.
What about
It-
the mirror? I want to know because it sounds
one of the
creepy.
stories-
I don't even know what it
There's
is.
so many stories to it. One is if you look at it in a certain way, you'll see like through it, and you'll see somebody standing behind
Okay,
you.
I want to do it.
I need to go see it. I need to
do
go.
it.
I'm down. Let's go.
Well, they
Let's do it. You won't do it.
Moved somewhere.
Yeah,
They put it
man.
somewhere
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
Do
It's
it.
not. It used to be dead center in the lobby.
Yeah.
So when you would walk in, you could see it, but too many people were trying to like take pictures and do all this weird shit to
it
it.
was causing too much.
And so they took it out and put it somewhere else in the
Dang.
hotel.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
there is one thing in Hollywood that I would love to do, and they took it out. The company actually closed down. It was called Dearly Departed Tours. Now I'm not a fan that does the whole, the tour bus of LA stuff, but this one was different because this one actually does the Manson murder tour.
Oh shit.
This is where it's at night. You would actually go through the whole Charlie Manson murder trial.
What happened that night?
Wow.
Yeah, that night you would walk the trail. They would drive you to the locations. You would walk up Cielo Drive to where the murders were.
Wow.
And it was a whole thing. And I was like, man, I wanted to do that so bad. But unfortunately, COVID killed the company, so they're no longer doing it.
Since we're on this topic, I don't know if you guys know. You guys could even go there tonight if you wanted to. Have you guys heard of the Chicken Coop murders?
Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah. It's right over the
next to you
freeway.
guys. Yeah, it's right next to you guys.
It's right over here on Wineville, the road.
That's why they changed the name of the
where
city.
the Bevmo's
Isn't
at.
that where they made that movie Changeling?
Changeling, yeah.
I heard about
The
it. I don't know
house
much
is
about
still
it.
there.
Oh, yeah.
The house is
Really?
still
Oh, yeah.
there.
Okay, so
Yep.
give me a rundown of what that story's about, real fast, super
So
fast.
this guy would go to L.A., kidnap these kids, would fucking bring them over here, put them in these chicken coops, and would I'm not sure if it's true or not, but he would rent these kids out to pedophiles and rich people that would do whatever the fuck they wanted with these kids, kill them, whatever you want to
And
do,
then bury
rape
him in the field.
and he'd bury them in the fucking fields right there.
In the chicken fields.
Yeah, and
sad.
and I have there's
What-
been many
what-
reports.
Was that like early 1900s?
Oh, no,
Yeah,
yeah.
1920s?
Like 1920s. Right, yeah.
Wow.
Okay,
And-
so that's not as scary though. That's like dark. Like,
Well, no. There's reports. People that live around there have heard children crying at
Right.
night. Like,
Fuck
Well,
that's a
like
whole
I-
nother level.
So I used to date a
There's some
girl.
dark energy
I
there.
used
There's
to
a
date
lot
a
of
girl
dark
that lived in
energy.
that same neighborhood.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've heard all the legends and all that. The fucked up thing though is that LAPD back in the day tried to cover it up.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the fucked up part.
Why, though?
They made a
Movie
bad
changed
name.
Because
or-
it was just this whole
Corruption?
corruption,
And
horrific thing. They didn't. It was bad publicity because this was the time when LA was trying to establish itself as this metropolitan city.
Yeah.
Because
but
you
they
get
looked so bad.
yeah, back then, LA was just it was a desert. All it was farmlands, and LA was
Right.
nothing.
So,
So
that
they
would've
were.
tainted it.
Oh
So
yeah,
bad.
there's so
I
much
mean-
LA corrupt. If you go back and look at all the corruption stories of that time, it's insane.
Always has been, always will be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. It's not getting better.
But yeah, that's literally just like a maybe 10
See, I
minute
didn't know,
drive.
but I
Dude,
didn't
at the
know
high-
that
yeah,
part
I
of
mean,
my
Mike,
I've been on the
That's
property.
scary.
Yeah, Mike, I was telling you about it. Yeah, all that shit just happened right over the hill.
Angelina
Angelina
She
Jolie's
was in
movie,
that
yeah.
That's pretty much like
Why is it called Changeling? That's a weird name.
There's I can't remember what the
the
reason
definition
behind
of
it
the
is.
word.
Yeah.
Is that like a part of a chicken that does something?
No.
No,
it's because what they were trying to do is convince her. They found this boy, and they're trying to convince the mom
yeah.
that this is
your
boy.
son.
We
This is your
promise you,
son. This is your son. And she
Yeah.
was like, "This isn't my kid."
And she's like, they're all saying, "Oh, you're just going through this trauma. Sometimes when you're going through trauma, you kind of like
You're changing
blah, blah,
or
blah.
changeling or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and like that is like 100% true. They really try to fucking do it. They even threw her in a fucking like crazy house thing. Oh, so you're losing your shit.
It's a fucked up story.
It's
What?
yeah, and
Oh
it's
my
it's
depressing
based on a
sounds.
Yeah.
but
I'll
yeah,
have to watch
yeah.
that
You go
again.
to those
It's
fields.
a good
dude,
movie.
Never
It's
seen
a
the
trip.
movie.
Yeah, it's literally
The
like
house is
right
still
over
there.
the hill. It's
It's a
like
messed
just go
up-
down Lamanite and you're right there.
It's a messed up world.
Go
Right
down
where-
Lamanite, make a ride on Wineville, and then it's maybe like the 7th or 6th. There's a wheel like a wagging wheel in the front of the house.
Oh man, it's so fucking scary because literally the girl I dated lived right next to it. It's
Yeah,
insane.
dude. So her house might even been built
Yeah,
on
on
where
the farm. Yeah,
the-
I think she actually said her house was on the farmland.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude. It's
So, again, sorry, going to quick Q&A. Sorry, just trying to get back.
Shoot, man.
Anyone else have any questions before I say mine or Mark?
Go ahead,
or-
Mike.
Do you have anything, Mark?
What happened to Brent? I think Brent.
No,
had
any
a
extra
question.
questions? Unless anything was answered already, then.
Here, hold on.
Wait, he
Well,
needs
if
a
he has
mic.
one. Yeah, let's see if he has one.
Microphone.
What did you call it?
micro.
A microphone?
Micro.
Oh, I got a couple.
I'm trying to think of some creative.
Oh, you if you have to think one, don't. No, it's all good, man. You don't have to come up with the one. I just didn't know if you had one.
We can always come back to him.
All right.
All right.
If you were a tree, what kind of tree?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sequoia.
Sit down.
Okay, so I apologize to everyone and everyone watching.
I'd be a
our,
pine tree.
our boy Ryan, our crew. Anytime he gets that mic to ask a question, it's gonna be the cheesiest, cringiest question ever.
Jesus Christ.
I know, but it's all right. That's what we
can't
expect.
think off the top of my
That's what we expect from
If you were a
so
chicken, what kind of chicken would you be?
Wait, we just talked
Fried.
About, we don't want to go. We were just talking about the chicken coops. We don't
Ryan,
want to get them.
This is why I love you.
Oh, gosh,
Don't change. I love it.
Don't change.
Precious little cinnamon roll.
I am pretty fat.
Cinnamon rolls are amazing. All right, they're the most desirable.
I love
Okay.
cinnamon bun.
I
Okay,
have-
cinnamon bun.
Yeah,
Any
cinnamon
guys
bun.
like cinnamon?
Okay, I have a question, and I don't want to bring this to any. I mean, it is kind of serious. I don't want to bring any mood down or any kind of like
Go for it.
It's all great.
drastic change. But
Go for it.
could we at all talk about Chris at all?
Of course you can.
Okay, because Chris was the drummer for Tobias, and I love the guy. The guy was super cool.
Yeah.
I think I've met him 2 times, and I had him on Instagram, and then all of a sudden, you can tell the story if you want, but I just don't know if you want to give a something to tribute to him on this show.
Of course.
Because he's a big part of
Yeah.
what you were starting off with Tobias and stuff. So.
Absolutely, yeah. Like I always say, like that man had like a huge hand in shaping who I am, both like as like personally, because that guy was my best friend.
Yeah.
Like if I was ever to be married, that guy was gonna be my best man. Like easily done deal.
Yeah.
That was him. Musically, he was an amazing artist. When we first met him, he stepped in for drums. We weren't really sure, and then we were like, all right, when we meet this guy, we're not gonna be like, all right, you're in, because we really want to give this guy like we really want to have him jump through the hoops. And
Exactly.
first night, we were like, all right, so I know we said we weren't gonna do this, but
But we're gonna do it.
we're gonna do
He
this.
was on point for you.
Yeah, and so since then he's just been like there in like had a big part of my musical career from Tobias. We were in a couple of the bands, Introvert,
And he
Raise the Anchor.
he wasn't in Where It Lies at all, right?
He wasn't in Where It Lies at all. Nah, he was in Tobias, and then what happened with Tobias is our bassist had left off to Arizona to go study, and then ended up coming back. But eventually, Chris, his family had moved recently to Colorado, and he was living out here in Corona. My friend owned a restaurant in downtown Riverside called El Patron, and we all essentially just got to work together. We worked at Buffalo Wild Wings, we worked together, Corky's Kitchen and Bake, we worked together, and then we ended up working at El Patron for forever, and then we were just always together, so it was awesome. And then he decides to go back to Colorado, and so that was kind of pretty much like, it kind of spelled the end of Tobias for us, and we just kind of, all right, just put it down. And then it was really cool kind of having him. It was like he never left, because on Discord we always just kind of play Overwatch. Unfortunately, I can't really play Overwatch anymore because it's kind of sentimental. Yeah. But yeah, unfortunately, it happened. He passed away out of nowhere, and it was just without warning. He had a kind of a pre-existing condition. He had a heart condition. He had a heart murmur, and so he had a pacemaker to kind of like regulate that.
Seemed like a great guy, cool dude, super cool dude, and I like the guy a lot. And then it's weird. I found out that he passed away after. I don't know if there was an immediate post about it. I don't know if everyone knew about it, but I didn't find out till a little later. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, kind of shocked me. And like, but that I just wanted to maybe bring him up because you were talking about the history of the band. I just want to maybe give you a segment to talk about Chris, because he was a big part of. Tobias, and then he was the drummer, and then you moving on, and I'm sure he's resonated with you since then. I'm sure you miss him.
Yeah, even since then, he's always just been like, dude, fuck yeah. Like he even like, I remember when we had our first show over at Stages, and I was just singing then, and he was just on there, just like, dude, fuck yeah, always supportive. And one day I'll
big heart, man.
Yeah. Ironically enough, that's kind of why he passed away, because he had this condition called cardiomegaly, where essentially like his heart was like enlarged, and I guess it just
figuratively he had
he had the biggest heart ever, and just I guess one day he woke up, and then he yeah, he woke up and then he went back to sleep.
Okay.
Funny enough, and then like he just
There was
didn't wake
no.
up.
There's nothing leading up to it, huh?
Nothing. Nah.
Wow.
Yeah. He woke up. He went to the bathroom, went back to bed, and then he never woke up.
Do you,
After that.
if you don't mind me
Jesus
asking, what year
Christ.
was that? When did he pass?
Dang, when was that? That was maybe 2 years ago. No, 2-3 years ago.
Oh, about.
It was kind of honestly.
Was it during COVID or?
It was. Was it during COVID? I almost kind of can't remember. It was had to have been like 2.5,
rough.
3 years ago. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So maybe a little bit around COVID. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, yeah. His Chris Patrick Morgan. He was. I knew him not as much as you, obviously, but he everything. I did like the dude, and I thought he was super good personality. He was a chef too, right?
He worked at Carlo's Cafe at CBS Studios with my friend Edgar, who it's still there. But yeah, he worked on that for a while, and he got to like work with like a bunch of like stars doing catering for all
Really?
that. And so he had a lot. He had some fun times out here, man.
Yeah, man.
Last time I actually saw Chris, I was actually with Chris Garza. And,
Oh, really?
We were hanging out at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we just ran into him, and I was like, "Oh shit, you work here?" And he's like, "Yeah, I do."
Mhm.
Oh, what's up, man? I've seen. We went to school together too,
Mhm.
and so that's where we met. And we're just kind of shooting the shit, and that guy just had this energy to him.
Talk your ear off.
Hey.
Not that. It was just like you felt calm. You felt like this, like. You know how sometimes you say you could read someone's aura and you kind of vibe with them, like I don't know, with him it was just like this
Easy.
like, real
Easy to just talk, and he's like your
Yeah.
buddy that you
And the
felt
way he
warm
talked
around.
to
Yeah.
you, and then just this and that. And I was just like I don't know. I forgot what we talked about or what. I mean, we were kind of catching up a little bit, but that was the last time I saw him, and I don't know. It just left such a good feeling. Like after I left, I was like, oh, it was good.
It was a good last meeting, and you remember that.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. I'll always remember that. Like just vibe that he brought. It was just like really chill.
Yeah, dude. I could see that. Actually, you know what? Funny enough, just looking at the guy, you're like, this guy looks like a good dude. Like seriously, like, he had that look.
He
too.
did.
And he was
What a
an
cool dude.
amazing musician.
Yeah,
awesome
dude.
He's a
drummer,
big old
man.
bear of a man. Dude.
Yeah, man, this
Yeah.
big old boy, but he was not. He's awesome, dude.
Good looking motherfucker.
Yeah, dude.
Hopeless romantic.
Was he?
He was an old school romantic.
That's
dude.
awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Big old
very
beard.
school. Yep.
Rocking it, man. I got his Instagram up page. Instagram up. Here,
Yeah,
too.
dude, man, that guy, freaking Chris.
Well, tribute to him.
Mhm.
Hope we all know he's up there and in a better place, and he's looking down at you guys and
Cheers,
telling you
Topher.
guys to
Cheers.
rock out and keep it going, man. I'm sure he would be right behind you guys right now.
I got a lot to tell him when I see him again.
Yeah, I mean, you're first off, man. That's guys.
Oh yeah.
Big old hug.
Yep.
So yeah, I didn't mean to like get too.
No,
sensitive
that's
with you
great
guys.
because
Thank you for that.
I wanted to bring that up because I know that's when I first met you. I knew
Mhm.
that's when I knew Chris and
yeah. It's funny, like when he passed, like everyone just chiming in saying, like, dude, no way. Like I used to talk to that guy so much and saying a lot of pretty much the similar things that you guys are saying.
because
so, yeah.
let's be honest, like we talk to people all the time. You don't know when it's gonna happen, so
Yeah.
it's not like you're like not leading up to something. You're not like thinking it's gonna happen, and then all of a sudden happen. Then you have to retrace your memories of what you knew about the person, what you did. Yeah, absolutely, and
Yeah.
and
It was
all,
nuts.
All I
Yeah.
remember is just the dude being super nice and super talented and super cool and
Mhm.
just great dude. That's why
World needs more people like him.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, cheers to Chris, man.
Cheers.
And the second question I had was, this is kind of a serious one, but like not. It's just like from here on out, where it lies. Could you guys tell me like what's the goal? Like what do you see yourselves doing like in the next few years? Like what are you hoping to achieve? Let's put it that way. What are you looking at?
Well, I think just like any musician, you hope that your band gets noticed and discovered, so you could take your hobby and make it a career.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
That's the ultimate
That's
goal.
the dream.
That's
I mean,
definitely-
That's
yes,
the ultimate
yes.
goal.
And I didn't mean
That's
that
the
to be a
ultimate goal.
super vague question.
Oh no!
I just didn't know like what do you guys see yourselves and like what are you hoping to take this? Are you looking to take it all the way? Or are you just like, you know what, we're just gonna see what happens? Are you like you got some big plans or like kind of give us a little insight on what your vision is maybe in the next year or two.
Well, we're always talking, even on the way here. We're just talking about like,
What should we be doing?
Yeah, what should we? What is it that we could do this year that better than last year, or just try to create a game plan. And that right now it's just. Yeah, I think right now it's just a matter of creating a game plan and sticking to it. As far as like we don't really have anything lined up. We don't really have any
show-wise,
Yeah, we don't either. Yeah,
anything. We're taking it as it goes. We're actually doing the same members of Where It Lies. We're doing. We've been learning a bunch of covers because we want to do a cover band because we figured, well, you know what? Maybe if we do a cover band, get some bar gigs that actually pay. That money could be put into Where It Lies. That could pay for what marketing or promotion,
video,
music videos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You're right, because right now it's like unfortunately, I think shows are so important, but not to the point they used to be.
Not at all.
I think right now, more importantly, is your content online. It's true, because everyone's sitting in their house looking at the phone, and that's where you want to be hitting them.
Yeah.
So absolutely, I mean, you still want to do shows so people have the opportunity to come see you live.
Yeah.
but not every weekend grinding. I don't think it.
I tell them there's got to be a demand for it in order for us to be doing it and for it to make sense to do it. If not, let's try to figure out a way to create that demand, and that way is through social media. Like people think that you got to go on the road. What's that?
You got to use what's available right now.
Yeah. Like there's people with the mindset of like, oh, we got to go on tour, we got to go hit up these cities, and blah blah.
There's
Doesn't
no
matter if
demand,
no one knows you and you're planning. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to
Yeah.
be strategic about that.
I was
Yeah.
like, the money and time that you're gonna be putting into
Is it worth that?
could be used at home without leaving your living room. You could still reach people around the world
Exactly.
because of the internet, and you can still put on a show because of technology.
Exactly.
Like there's still ways of being able to reach thousands, if not millions, of people. You just gotta find the way of doing it and create a strategy to do it, so it doesn't even hurt the wallet, and then you also don't have to take time off work, and all this stuff.
And have more show horror stories.
Although that would make this episode a bit more boring.
Oh, is that?
If we didn't have any more horror stories.
Oh yeah,
So,
exactly. That's true.
But then once you do all that, then you've created a demand out there. So now you got when you do book a tour, that people are gonna show up, and you're gonna be
100%.
calling the shots of
Exactly.
how much the tickets are gonna go and how much you're getting out of that.
100%. Dude, there's people that go online. Let's make an example. With the Island Boys or so. I mean, I'm not saying like I like. I'm making an example of people that blow up online and then they play one show, their first show ever.
Right.
Boom! It's like,
Yeah.
this is your first show? It's like, yeah, because I just did everything online, and then everyone, it's like,
So many big bands are doing that right now too, though. I mean, not everybody. Again, there's some big shows going around, but a lot of bands right now are just sticking to the the social media stage of just releasing just singles.
Yep.
I mean, how many bands can you say right now that actually have put out a full 14-song album? Not very many.
well, really big bands that have that backing where they can take multiple months to do it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
say like, oh, maybe
following
Trivium.
a few bands
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now
yeah.
that are But like I said, I'm following a few bands right now that are big that are not putting out a lot of content. It's crazy, and it's like, wow, everybody's kind of doing the same thing right now. It does.
It gets lost. It's a big cesspool of other shit out there, and if you put all this money and time and effort into all these songs and you just throw it out there, people are gonna be tired after a week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it just doesn't make sense to do that anymore, which is why the only reason we've ever all we do is release singles. And
Yeah, us too.
we're
Us
gonna
too.
And
Totally.
that's it, and it works. And if you get enough singles, then here you go. There's an album.
Yeah, so that's what we did. We did
Re-release it.
after we did 10 singles, literally 10 singles. We said,
Package it
okay,
up.
we packaged it up as one little album, and it's just an online album. So you can just click on that little online album. It has all those songs, and then we move on to that. Yeah,
exactly. That's,
Booyah.
that's the way to do it, man.
I think that's our next step with all the songs that we have right
just do
now.
it. Make a little compilation. That's what we do.
Exactly.
And then and then try the different things. Like we were gonna do the Twitch thing. We were trying to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, like to kind of answer your question better. Like as far as like what our plan is, like really, like I don't really think we're gonna actively be searching for shows. We're gonna wait for like the right show to come into our lap.
Same.
Play with the right people.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
same.
And primarily, like for me, like my goal, I think should be to get us on a Twitch, start playing shows on Twitch, kind of interact with our crowd more. And then like also like focus on Throwdown. Let's try that route for a little bit and get it out and just like bring all of that, the connections, the resources from that back to where it lies. Money. For lack of a better word, money.
Dude, I mean, it sucks, but it makes the world go round. Meaning, it's like I can't do shit if I don't have money. You know, like,
It takes money to make money.
it does.
Exactly.
It does.
Exactly.
It does, and it's hard. So, but yeah. So any more online's a thing, but that's the beauty of it. Live is still important, but I think it's once you can, you can accumulate all that stuff, and then boom, show, and then you don't have to play those shows that are just like bummer shows or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we spend too much money and time into what, unfortunately, the payback or the payout is just too little.
Yeah.
But back in the day, the grinding paid off a lot more.
Oh,
like
yeah.
back in like before.
Well, because that was before social media,
Exactly.
man.
Then
You know?
that's
That
when
was
it
the
counted.
only way. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
word of mouth was key.
anymore, it's like, it's like for me, like people are like, you should be going on tour. It's like, dude, unless don't get me wrong. I mean, we
You
got
want to pay for my
gas
touring?
prices?
Yeah,
You want to pay for my tour?
Yeah. It's like if you're not, even bands that are on indie labels are hardly are dying from the prices of touring. Dude,
That's ridiculous.
touring is, I think anymore is going to be if you are established enough to do it and you know you're going to have the sales and the crowd.
Like
Exactly.
Like you have these influencer musicians. Like I follow some artists, vocalists, female vocalists. One being Violet or
Violet Orlandi.
Yeah, Orlandi. All she's ever done was release vocal videos, and most of them in the beginning were just covers. They're a little heavier covers of these, but and blew up on Instagram. So she went on tour with
She with Lauren Babick, and then the other girl from Holocene.
yeah, and it was a fucking sold out tour, and it was the
Yep.
first tour ever.
Same with Lauren Babick. That was like her first tour with like Red Hand and Denial, and they killed it.
So it's kind of like it's those things where like what they did is they established themselves. They created a demand for it, and so if you went on tour, you knew it was going to be successful. You knew you were going to make money off of it. you know? Nowadays, bands like us, we're going to be coming back either with holes in our pockets or we'll be lucky if we broke even.
Yeah, and even if that, it's like, if you weren't, and to be honest with you, obviously local, I wouldn't say local, but bands in your area, obviously you can have fans in your area, but like, okay, say you have a show in Kentucky, just sort of making something up, all right? Unless you're playing with a band that's known that you're opening for them, if it's just a bunch of no-name bands going to Kentucky, I mean, what's the chance that you're going to draw anyone? Yeah. To be honest with you.
Yeah, you'll barely get anybody.
That's what I'm saying. It's not that you're bad. It's just that's just the truth.
Because you got no following.
And one thing I've noticed that people that well, I don't know whose idea it is, but I've noticed that they like to put the touring band last because they're a touring band. It's like, all right, listen.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen.
It doesn't work that way, bro.
No one's gonna stay for us because no one knows us. We want to go right before the big local act.
Exactly.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
and that's how you take care of your touring bands. When you're doing local shows, and then all of a sudden you get this band that's like, hey, we're touring. Can we jump on the show? It's like, yeah, let's put you last. Like,
No.
no.
Gee, thanks, Dick.
Yeah. Take care of them. Put them before the headliner because no one knows them, and then they're gonna be gone tomorrow. Like, get them. Like, it's like
100%.
100%.
You'll give them a crowd. Hopefully, they make some money, and you'll send them on their way.
Exactly.
And then
Yeah.
they're gonna come back thinking, you know what? That fucking band really hooked it up. Next time we come around, and if we become a headliner, we'll hook them up.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
But-
Well,
100%.
Mike, that was like that show that I first met you at was the character show. The headliner went before you guys, and you were like, yeah, we're like the last band here.
That was Radio Black, right?
Yeah, Radio Black. And that was their show.
what was the band that he was from? Smile Empty Soul.
Well, the drummer was from Smile Empty
wow.
Soul, and the other two guys were from two different bands. But yeah, that was their little group, and they broke up, which is kind of sad. They were good, but yeah, I know what I said. You were there. I met you, and then we're like, we're playing last, and it was like fucking midnight. There was no one there. I remember
That was years ago.
that
I
was
hate those
years
kind
ago,
of-
but it was like when it was me, my wife, and like maybe two other people in the bar at that point. And
this is like when we first moved here and we just met them. We played at characters.
Sheesh.
so
That's a hard place.
you
to-
know.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
characters.
Yeah, I know. To be honest with you, like I don't care if anyone hears this. To be honest with you, I just don't want to play there. I don't know.
I don't blame you. I didn't want to be there. It was dude. That
Well, you guys don't say.
It's just no. I think probably what he's saying is just like the look of it. I don't know, man. The vibe just wasn't right.
What it
I
used
get
to
you.
it used to be a full locals only area bar, and then a new owner came in and bought it and wanted to turn it into a rock and roll music place.
Yeah.
He wanted to turn it into what Rockefeller's is today, what the Glass House is, and all that stuff. What big acts. And the guy, great intentions. Don't get me wrong, but what it is the local populace, and like I said, I don't live that far from there.
Yeah, but
The local populace just takes over, and they don't like anything but what they like, and it's just very harsh.
But they
vibes.
could start with a good stage and sound system. That's just me.
I was gonna say,
I'm just throwing that out there.
you want to have a venue, you gotta have a stage.
Yeah. And
And
they
the
did not have
stage
that.
is not these two wooden platforms
That are
Yeah.
falling apart and
Yeah.
termite.
I mean, it's not this. It's not CBGB, but still.
Anyways, we don't have to.
real quick.
Yeah. And he's holding back or something.
So they
I'm actually
hired.
trying hard not to piss myself right
They
now.
You got to pee again?
I do. I gotta pee
One almost
again.
done. One almost done. Can you hold it for like
yeah.
a little bit? Almost done.
Real quick, dude. One of the sound guys that they hired there decides he wants to mic up the whole fucking drum set. He wants to fucking throw some overheads on that fucking bitch.
Why?
And I'm looking at him like,
Dude,
I mean,
you don't need to.
mic the kick. I was like, you know what? Hey, don't bother with all this stuff. I'm gonna save you some time and like just mic the kick. Everything else will be good. It's a small room, and plus the acoustics here are fucking horrible. Yeah. So the least you don't want more of these cymbals bouncing around.
Yeah, you want to
He's like-
contain it.
He's like, well, I've been doing sound for about 10, 15 years. And I'm like,
Dude.
and dude,
Obviously,
dude was like maybe like 30. I was like 26, 27 at the time. I was like, well, dude, that's kind of fucked up because I've been doing it just as long as you, and I even fucking know that not to fucking put some fucking condensers in
be
this
that
bitch
dick.
right
It's
now.
already bouncing around like a big
Yeah.
jumble of shit. It's
Yeah.
like, you don't need
And so
that.
I tried to use the excuse. I was like, listen, my singer is wild. I don't want your shit to fall over and break. I'm trying to save you from like
I'm trying to save you money.
Yep. And so I didn't tell him any of this. Like I was just like, hey, dude, no, just because I don't want your he's gonna knock your shit over.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't fucking
sure it's
listen.
fact.
It is bad.
And
He didn't fucking
it
listen?
sounded like shit. And those several times where like he was over there holding the condenser mic. I'm like,
It is
I
what it
told
is.
you. I fucking told you.
not to fucking tweet my horn, dude, but I've
No, I
been
know.
doing this now for 20 years since I was fucking 14. I am 34. I've been fucking in the game that fucking long, dude. Played from shitty venues to fucking the best of fucking festivals. And even I fucking like
Yeah.
enjoy the small shows, but at least fucking
Do it right.
Contain it.
contain
Contain
it. Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. He's got to take a leak here. So
bad.
that concludes
You
the
wanna go
extra
pee-pee
question
as well?
and A's, Q&As. Unless someone had a really bad one they had to just get out, we could do it like in 5 seconds. Okay, no.
Yeah, that's a question.
Hey, real quick.
On a
one more
scale of 1 to 10,
no, do not be in that. Okay, last question. Have you decided where it does lie?
Wherever the bodies are.
Wherever the bodies are? Wherever the bathroom is. Wherever the bathroom is. Okay.
Well,
But,
just real quick, what that's the meaning to that now has become is like no matter how hard and where life has got you, you just gotta, just like in golf, you just gotta, whether it's on the green or it's in the fucking sand.
Okay, so
you just gotta fucking
Where it lies.
continue where it lies. you
that's
know?
what.
So-
play it where it lies,
Play it
baby.
where it lies.
Man.
So real
Moving
quick.
forward.
Last of the set list, closures and plugins. Guys, can you talk to the audience and plug whatever you want to plug in? Anything. If you want to, you didn't have to.
We just want to thank anybody who's actually watching this right now that saw like, oh, where lies is on here and fucking hit that click. You're the reason why we're doing this. You're the reason why we continue and are able to do this. You're the ones that are coming to the shows. You're the ones buying our merch. You're the ones streaming our fucking music. And that means the world to us because we'll put thousands and thousands of dollars into it. But just to know that someone out there is enjoying it is fucking worth it. So thank you.
there you go.
Hell yeah.
People who, like Mike, you guys here that bring us around.
Absolutely,
And just
brother.
so hopefully, we'll get a little exposure out of it
Definitely.
at the same time, vice versa.
And we'll promote the when this episode comes out, hopefully in a week, we'll promote the hell out of it. You guys post if you want, we'll post it, and
Hell yeah.
get people to
Hell
learn about
yeah.
you guys, even more people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Shout out to our friends, family, my beautiful fiance, who hopefully will be picking me up soon.
I'd like to thank my cat.
My cat.
And my girlfriend. My girlfriend's pretty great, honestly. She's,
my
She's
cat.
amazing.
Oh yeah, and my girlfriend. She's pretty
yeah. she's actually our merch girl, but I mean,
Oh,
like
yeah.
she does quite a bit and all
Totally.
that. So yeah, then that's just kind of pretty much reiterate what Mike is saying. Thank you all so very much. We appreciate you guys coming out to the show. It's like a family reunion every time, and it's really great meeting
Definitely.
new people. So we're excited
Be
for
good
the
to
future.
each other, man.
Yeah, dude.
Be good to each other.
Especially these
Take
days.
care of each other.
Yeah.
And most of all, stay positive.
Yeah.
Always.
And remember, no matter what's going on in your life, it'll get better, and it's okay to not be okay.
All right, I agree. Well, with that, guys, I'm gonna close it off with a couple things. I want to let everyone know watching again. Check out Where It Lies. These are our buddies. These are good guys. They're really good shit, good people, and they're worth a listen to. Check out their new single,
We're all
"Befriend
right.
the Monster." "Befriend the Monster" is a great song.
It is.
Please check it out. The artwork is great too. I love the artwork. For some reason, that's like the coolest artwork I've seen from a local band in a long time.
It is.
Thank
So
you.
it's
great
so good.
artwork.
And so check the song out. Check the guys out. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you, crew, again. Andrew,
Yes,
thank
you
you
guys.
for couch contributing.
Thank you
for
guys,
having
thank
me.
you for coming,
This
guys.
was
Seriously,
awesome,
man.
Thank you for having us. This
It
was
was a
fun.
good time.
A lot
Hey,
of
this
fun.
this podcast would not go on if we didn't have people coming in. So thank you
Exactly.
guys
Yeah,
so
dude.
much.
Well, we're definitely
And
gonna
if
tell
there's
some
any way
friends
we
too.
could, get more
Yeah.
people in here, dude.
I wonder if we
definitely.
hit 3 hours. You think we hit 3 hours?
Honestly, it feels like we hit over.
What? 250. We didn't even get the 3.
Dang, what?
Hey, we can
Hey.
still do it. He might piss his pants,
No,
but we
no,
could.
no.
I got this. I'm developing.
We're gonna do it.
I'm developing kidney
Well-
stones as we speak.
Well,
Not getting up.
the Ties of More episode was about this. We didn't hit 3 quite. 3's a.
It'll be 3 with all the extra.
I don't think so.
If you add ins,
No, because there's already a
Add-ins?
little extra that we won't be on the show.
Oh.
Let's just sit here and talk while he suffers and has to pee.
It's okay, don't worry. I don't have to be
Hi,
anymore.
guys. Thank you, everybody.
I don't
Hey,
go anymore.
You're watching The Rock
Water
Oath.
fountains.
This is episode 11.
Toilet
Thanks for
paper.
tuning in. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Running water.
Get ready for the next episode. We got some big names coming up,
Flushing
guys.
Meadows.
Thanks a lot. Again, I'm Mike Schoen. Where It Lies. Thank you, brothers.
Thank
All
you
right.
guys. Woohoo.
Andrew Brew,
Thank
the
you.
crew, Anthony and Ryan. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night. Rock Oath out. Let's go.
Cheers.